iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. Score $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword cash at realradio921.com. That's cash. Enter it now at realradio921.com, and good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Thank God it's Friday.
Today is a very special day.
It is National
Pizza Party
Day. Pizza Party. Pizza Party.
Hey, look, anchovies.
Anchovies.
No anchovies.
With extra anchovies?
Anchovies!
You have a pineapple pizza?
Pineapple and pepperoni.
Pizza and pineapple do not belong in the same airspace.
This is the worst pizza party ever.
Pizza Party! Pizza Party!
Showtime.
Redefining radio. This is where the fun begins. Introducing Greek.
Let me tell you something. Don't ever love more you than anybody else you love more.
Francis.
Because then you're squeezing your banana so hard every time you come in here, and then you're pounding it on the desk.
Jimmy.
We haven't had to pull it for quite a while, so we got to lube it up.
Let's get the party started. It's the Penthouse on Real Radio.
It is the Penthouse on Real Radio. I hope you guys are ready for a great show, because we're ready to do a great show. Hope you listen to Rover, speaking of great shows. Those guys are the best every morning. They take you going and get you in the right direction. And you get a keyword from them. And don't forget, 13 times a day, you get a chance to win $1,000. It's hot as a what out there, so don't forget to put strawberries in your pants. But we got Rapids tickets again. A new Greek misspeak by Jimmy. Another masterpiece. Unbelievable. We got so much going on. We'll talk about some breaking news that just happened. And a lot more on a Friday. And Sports Illustrated models this weekend. If you see them around South Florida, say hi. Jimmy, good morning.
Hello, and good morning. Boy, the pressure. It's going to be a great show. Whew. I don't know if I can handle this pressure here.
It's never pressure when you always are the same. It's like looking good. If you always look good, there's no pressure. Franny, speaking of looking good and being a great person, hello.
Hi, hello. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Why does Franny sound like that?
I know. Why do I sound? I told you somebody's messing with my microphone.
Yeah, you sound a little bit.
Yeah.
That's,
No good?
You want to take my mic?
That's no
No.
bueno.
All right, let me try this one.
All right, that's 5.
I just hit myself in the head with the microphone.
Oh, that's workman's comp. I'll be your witness.
All right, how's that sound?
A little better.
Yeah, a little better.
This is weird.
Yeah, it is. You want to just put on a rerun?
Yeah, I'm out.
Okay.
My mic doesn't work. I'm leaving.
Just make sure you get it.
It's meant to be.
I
Okay.
used to know somebody would do that.
All right.
Oh, that mic looks weird. There's a lot of funk on there. And I said funk.
Wow.
That looks strange in front of your face.
It does.
What?
Jimmy out of the gate. First one of the day. We are, but who's counting?
All right, somebody needs a new mic.
Yeah. Jason will fix it. He's a cracker.
He's out of town for a week and a half or so.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice life.
I told you, Peru.
He went to Peru?
Yes.
How much money are
Machu
they
Picchu,
paying
we
him?
talked about that.
Oh, my God. Now, where's Peru? Sea Caucus?
Yes, Sea Caucus. How'd you know?
So some news this morning from the PGA tournament. Scotty Sheffield got arrested.
Who?
Shefford. Scotty Shefford. Scotty Shefford. That's his name.
There's an L in there, too.
Whatever. He got arrested.
All right.
Everybody's going crazy. I love my friends who got to text me like 85 times. Last night after the Ranger game, I counted 67 text messages, which is great. I'm happy the Ranger fans are happy. And if you had money on it, great. We had the Rangers yesterday. We did give it to you in the Greek zone. We had Denver, too, and they got slammed. But anyway, he got arrested this morning. It sounds like a misunderstanding on both sides.
Well, his charges don't make sense to what happened, and maybe that's just me not knowing the laws. But yeah, like it. Unfortunately, there was somebody who was struck and killed by a shuttle bus around 5 a.m. Okay,
That's the first problem.
Yeah,
and that's the real issue.
Yeah, maybe we'll tell the story.
Yeah.
'Cause,
so that's what happened. It was like 5 a.m. when that happened, and this is the PGA Championship, and it's going on in like Metro, like Louisville area in Kentucky, right?
Right.
So he and there's a guy who's a reporter for ESPN who witnessed this whole thing, and he's saying this is what he saw go down. But I'll let you know. So he faces charges, Scotty Scheffler, of second-degree assault of a police officer, third-degree criminal mischief, reckless driving, and disregarding traffic signals from an officer. So a couple of those I did see. They say the assault charge is a felony, right? And the other are misdemeanors. So they were saying that, and of course, yes, he was arrested, released around 8:40 in the morning, and he is supposed to play today. I don't know how he's going to with all this going on around him. And I mean, his mental game is probably going to be a little bit messed up. But he arrived over there. They said less than an hour before he was scheduled to tee off, 10:08 a.m., right? And they said that he was supposed to play, and he's going to today, but the person who witnessed it said that he was trying to drive around the crash scene on a median. And a police officer instructed him to stop, but he continued to drive. They said it was about 10 to 20 yards towards the entrance, even though the cop told him to stop.
Well, wait 1 second, because the problem with that is that they're talking about that the cop had a yellow jacket on, so he didn't think it was a cop. His people are saying he thought it was somebody, just like when you and I go to a Honda, he thought it was just that somebody works there, and he just went right past them to try to go to the next level.
Okay, but yes, but it was a police officer.
Yes.
And so he goes, and so at one point, the officer attached himself to the side of the car that he's in, that Scotty's in. Scotty, they said, stopped his car as he turned into the entrance. And then they said after about 20 to 30 seconds, he rolled down his window to talk to the officer. And he said, and this is witness account, okay? Right. They said that the officer grabbed Scotty's arm to pull him out of the vehicle. They said then he reached inside the vehicle to open the door. And when Scotty was pulled out, he was pushed against the car and placed into handcuffs. So this is all witness reports. Obviously, things are different on the officer's side, so we shall see. They said that, he was this dude, his name is Darlington. He works for the 4-letter network. He said that he was standing at the entrance he was detained, and he looks at this Darlington dude, the reporter, and Scotty looked at him. He was like, can you help? Like, can you help me out? Saying what's because he witnessed everything that was going on. But according to Darlington, the officer instructed him to back away. He's like, you need to get out of the way. He said right now he's going to jail, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, they don't care who it is. Again,
of course.
I mean, again, he had a black sedan with the PGA stickers on both sides. I talked to Jimmy about this before. Many of those guys that are golfers, maybe 5 to the average person, you might know. Mm-hmm. If to that, you don't know who it is. So the gentleman was doing his job.
Yes, because there was that big accident that happened, the fatality.
Yeah, that's the biggest issue and the biggest concern. And when something like that happens anywhere on the road, they got investigated, they check it out.
Yep.
He probably didn't want to wait. Hey, I'm going to go around. The guy said to him, stop. He blew past him, and he gets arrested. I'm sure it's going to be worked out, but it will suck for him.
Yeah, they're calling it a miscommunication because he said he showed his credentials, and they said, they're allowed to go through. That's why they have credentials, and they wave them through. And this was somebody who works for the Metro Department of Corrections was saying this. So we shall see, because now he's talking about the incident, and this is a gentleman who works for the Louisville Metro Department saying, listen, this was just miscommunication that arose.
Yeah,
is what he's calling this.
I bet there is. And there was mistakes made on both sides.
Yes.
By the sounds of everything. I read 2 different articles between CNN and ESPN on it. And, obviously you would think that there's a line of traffic, and he has credentials to kind of not have to wait in a line, because that's the general public. And, of course, it ends up that the biggest reason why that line was there was because of something that he had no idea what was going on. He assumed probably that it was just the regular traffic going in. But by the time he got up to the front, when he was told to stop, that's when he should have stopped. And that's where he made his mistake.
Yep.
Yeah, and like you said, that's the credentials they get in on a normal day.
Yeah.
When they're investigating,
and they're allowed to bypass that line normally.
Sure.
So he's thinking, okay, this is normal. I bypassed the line like normal. And then when he got up to the front, when he was told to stop, that's when he should have stopped.
Yeah.
And then that's when that exchange should have happened to, hey, I'm here. This is why I'm doing this, but apparently he didn't want to stop. At least from the stories that I read. So
and even the one that said, the witness said that, right, he drove on a couple yards before he ended up getting stopped again. But really, I mean, it's a crappy situation. Unfortunately, what's the worst part is that somebody did lose their life. It was a worker that was working with one of the vendors out there that was tragically struck and killed by that shuttle bus outside outside. But yeah, just and I'm sure because this really just happened not that long ago.
6 a.m.,
We're
huh?
going to get more details.
Yeah, that's why.
6 a.m. our time, right?
Yeah, it was very dark. They had flashlights. And the other thing nobody's really talking about is this could have got worse. They could have had a real problem. He could have had a real problem with the cop, him and him, an altercation, a fight, and it would have been totally bad. And that's how your life can change just
And
like
that's what I'm
that.
saying. Like, I haven't read much about any kind of physical altercation between him and the cop. And so that's why I was like, all right, that sounds weird. Second-degree assault on a police officer.
Yeah,
that charge.
I was a little baffled on that one myself, too, because I didn't see anything in either of the articles that referenced him, Scheffler, doing anything, putting his hands on the police officer or anything like that. Now, unless they're saying they're resisting, maybe, but usually that's resisting, right? It's its own
not
separate.
assault.
So not assault.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's because of that district, that state, and the laws, the way they're written, and I don't know. It's I'll be kind of interested in how that turns out, but not a good start for the day. For them.
But just an hour and a half in jail, and now he's back on.
No bail either.
No,
he'll get a fine. That's it. But the situation,
I don't even know if they're saying it's miscommunication. I don't even know if he's going to get fined for anything.
Who knows? There are a lot of people when situations happen with police officers. A lot of charges go against them, and they're like, I don't know where all these charges come from. You just don't know.
A lot of times they kind of throw everything at it and see what sticks. And again the biggest thing about this is there was a very serious thing that happened there, and then somebody lost their life, and that's that should be more the focus. But of course, I understand why this will take precedence of that to the news and people that read it.
Oh, sure. It's a big story. It's all over the place, not just sports. I think if the guy recognized them, maybe he might have been a little different. Who knows? You never know. And I think it was 6 o'clock in the morning. It's very, very early. It's pitch black out there. I know when we go to Honda, it's the same thing. Security's unbelievable. They let you go through if you have a badge or you have like a valet sticker, but it's a situation that obviously isn't good. And there'll be tons of coverage on this. And what's going to happen? That cop's going to get very scrutinized, obviously. They're going to look into what he said, and they're also going to try to figure out. But I think it'll be a slap on the wrist at the end of the day. He'll have to pay some fine. And if he loses the tournament, because he was in the lead, I believe, he had a great day, I'm sure everybody's going to say this is the reason why. He's, not, his brain's not on it.
He's not focused.
Yeah. Obviously, you get arrested. That sucks. I don't care who you are. And I'm sure the whole time in the car, he was probably like, guys,
Now, the fact that he was processed and out within an hour and a half, that makes it sound like that they tried to de-escalate the situation at least a little bit. Right?
Oh, yeah, it's quick.
That would be something that you would think that it would last quite a while.
Oh, no.
Obviously, then, it was realized who it is, why he was there, and I'm sure that there was a little bit, his lawyer obviously got involved, and get no bail was asked for.
Oh, sure.
So, makes it looks like maybe cooler heads finally prevailed.
Yeah, maybe apologize. And again, the police is going to be looked at, the whole station and the whole crew. I'm sure there'll be a press conference about this. And an hour and a half is quick. You'd be in there usually. If it was me or you, we'd be there all day.
You would think, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's an assumption. I'm assuming that. I don't really know that, but
yeah, they said. He just was. The reporter was saying that he just looked like he was in shock. Like, what is happening right now? They said it all moved very quickly, very rapidly, very aggressively. He's saying with this whole situation. So we should see. But they even put him in the orange too. He got the whole treatment.
Well,
we got a mud shot. We got everything. So
when you're
the fact
going
that they processed him that fast, I'm surprised.
All those tournaments, sporting events, I don't care. The lines are so long, and everybody doesn't want to wait. But that's part of the process.
And extra long because of what was going on, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because there was no traffic movement at all. So for the obvious incident that happened with the person losing their life.
And by the way, he was tied for 12th under at 4 under par at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens. Jimmy, on a good note, you have a new Greek misspeak?
We sure do. Yeah. So this is where each week I try to put together some Greek sayings, right? And we kind of jumble it up and make it sound like he screws up the English language. We call this the Greek misspeak in review.
This is your Greek misspeak review.
The 5 position, pole position, is the one that has won the most. Also, horses that start with the word S.
Did he say word?
Dude, you're going to hit a couple times. I'm going to hit you back. And when I do, I let it go. 9 10s out of 10.
And these are translated from the Y side of things.
Hopefully, we have a better May than we did April. April was one of the worst Mays Marlins have had.
Oh my God, me too.
Indiana Pacers tonight. I think a lot of people like them too. To snap back them. And how's baseball? You treating you on the baseball?
Yeah.
What did you think last night? Big surprise last night. I mean, the dogs were barking.
Don't use big words you don't understand.
The Texas, world champs. They are the big one favorites.
Big one.
That's a big 10-4.
The odds are stacked against them 0-2 over the history of the NBA when a team is down 0-2. So 0-3 is a little bit worse.
Well, I'll be damned.
0-2 is bad, but 0-3, really bad.
Sounds like it.
0-2 is bad, but 0-3, it's like, wow, that's bad. Jimmy, good job.
It's a little worse.
It's a little worse. Down 9,500, bad. Down 11,000, way worse, by the way. It is the Penthouse on a Friday. We got a lot going on today and a lot to bring you guys like we always do every day. It's 4 hours, but you get like 20 of entertainment hours. I mean, it's crazy what we give you guys.
It's amazing how that works.
It's just unbelievable, really.
5 days, 4 hours, 20 hours.
It is. So Stephen Boca text at 47142 started off with Real Radio, and don't worry, it's not one of his normal text messages.
Not his wife was there?
It says the assault charges comes from allegedly hitting the cop with his vehicle.
Oh.
Which I didn't read any of that.
Okay.
So
Neither
that's
did
what Steve is saying. So thank you for that.
I saw a couple times, and you even said it, Franny, and I know you did earlier, Greek, when we were talking off air, that the officer connected himself to the car, right? Is that
20 yards.
Yeah.
And that's what I saw. Like he put his hand like through like the window, and they even said that he even opened the door through the window too and grabbed Scotty by his arm.
No, the report I read and what I heard this morning was that he was holding on to the handle of the door.
Okay.
And then what's the name?
Got it.
Rolled it down. That's when he grabbed him. And he's lucky he didn't pull his shoulder out, you know what I mean, or something like that.
Yeah.
They used the word connected.
Connected,
and I thought that was a very strange way to say.
So I guess he
holding
connected
on
to the handle.
He was they said that he was holding on to the handle like 20 yards.
Right.
And then there was one
So
report.
maybe that's the assault. Maybe he didn't hit him, but the dude grabbed and he kept on driving.
I'm picturing like he took his handcuffs and he was like, like put it onto the handle.
I was going to say, these days, cars don't really have handles for you to grab onto.
I mean, the four-letter network reported also that the officer fell. And fell down and then got back up. I mean, it's a mess, and I think it's miscommunication on both sides. Obviously, I think it'll be a fine, and that'll probably be it. But for him, it shows you all of us in a situation, something so simple could turn into a big problem when you're not even thinking. I mean, he's going to a golf tournament, driving in, hey, how you doing? And next thing you know, he's in the back of a police car. You just blink sometimes. And sometimes a lot of cooler heads prevail.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what get some more details about it to see what actually happened.
Yeah.
We have some of it, but I don't know. I'm sure there's a couple pieces we're missing here.
Yeah. And a lot of times at the end of the day, it's always nicer and smarter to just relax for 1 second and cooperate with whoever's asking. He's going to say he didn't know it was a cop, but I don't think that's going to matter, to be honest.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so they're going to be like, that was a police. And the one gentleman, again, this morning, I heard on a couple different radio stations, TV station, that there was a comment that he said, I told you to stop, and you didn't stop. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, at this point, I don't think it matters. Yeah, we're going to get details, but he's already out of jail. There was no bail. They're even saying there was a misunderstanding. I think that this is complete. As far as legally the law is concerned, I don't think anything's going to happen to him.
No, I'm sure.
It's said and done, but
no, but it's going to be a big story. There'll be a press conference today about it, I'm sure, both sides. Yeah. And he's probably not going to want to talk about it, but it's everybody's going to ask him. But yeah, it was breaking news this morning. And, like I said, certain situations, little things can all of a sudden blow up. It is the Penthouse. Speaking of blowing up, we blow up every day for you guys. We appreciate you always tuning in to Real Radio. 11:45 today, your chance to win tickets to Rapids. We're going to come back in a couple minutes with This Day in History, Trifecta. Franny's got something that you guys can maybe think about this weekend with bartenders and so much more on a Friday. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
My parents told me years later that I was supposed to have like leg braces.
Really?
Like
Forrest Gump?
Yeah, like Forrest Gump.
The News Junkie, weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Watch for a crash on the Turnpike northbound beyond Lake Worth Road, causing delays back to Boynton Beach Boulevard. Spot something on the roads? Call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hurst.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey guys, Chef Justin with Fresh from Florida here, reminding you that the best part of summer is already here. Locally grown, fresh from Florida watermelon. Fresh from Florida, there's sunshine in every bite.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
Summer starts early here in Florida, which means we get more beach time, more sunshine, and more time to enjoy refreshing, sweet, and juicy Fresh from Florida watermelon. The best part of summer is already here. Find locally grown Florida watermelon where you shop. Just look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo or ask for it by name. Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
Okay, I'll admit, I'm probably not the first guy that comes to mind when you think of home decor. But just because I like my tool cabinet where the china cabinet ought to be, doesn't mean I don't know how to stage your house for the best resale price. You don't need to read shiny architecture magazines to know curb appeal is a powerful influence on the price of your house. And that dented, old lime green garage door is not saying much from the curb. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. A new garage door is the best return on home improvements when it comes time to sell your house. Better than a new bathroom or fancy kitchen reno. A new garage door will increase the price by thousands of dollars and put people in a buying mood the moment they arrive. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it nice. It's also good feng shui, whatever that is.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
If you're a Florida homeowner, you know it's only a matter of time till the next big hurricane, but no need to fear. StormSmart, Florida's leading hurricane protection provider, can protect every opening of your home, from durable aluminum shutters and high-impact windows to our innovative storm catcher screens. Keep your family and your home safe with StormSmart and stay ready for whatever Florida weather brings your way. Because smart is complete hurricane protection, and smart is peace of mind. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
We used to argue about whose turn it was to clean the gutters, but then I had Leaf Filter gutter protection installed.
Wait, I told you Leaf Filter had free inspections and estimates and a lifetime guarantee.
Meaning we never have to argue about whose turn it is to clean the gutters again.
But I visited leaffilter.com/beacon first.
No, I did.
It doesn't matter who. Visit leaffilter.com/beacon to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off today.
See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheet. Less static in your life? Yeah, it's the sheet. Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet. Oh, so soft fabric? Ooh la la. It's the sheet. Less wrinkles on your clothes? You know it's the sheet. Bounce dryer sheets. More freshness, more softness. Less static, less wrinkles. It's the sheet.
We used to argue about whose turn it was to clean the gutters, but then I had leaf filter gutter protection installed.
Wait, I told you Leaf Filter had free inspections and estimates and a lifetime guarantee.
Meaning we never have to argue about whose turn it is to clean the gutters again.
But I visited leaffilter.com/beacon first.
No, I did.
It doesn't matter who. Visit leaffilter.com/beacon to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off today.
See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheet. Less static in your life? Yeah, it's the sheet. Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet. Oh, so soft fabric? Ooh la la. It's the sheet. Less wrinkles on your clothes? You know it's the sheet. Bounce dryer sheets. More freshness, more softness. Less static, less wrinkles. It's the sheet.
Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale is here. Save up to $500 on select adjustable bed sets like the all-new Temper Adapt collection with advanced pressure relief to help reduce aches and pains. Plus, get a $300 instant gift for pillows and more. Hurry into Mattress Firm today.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Mostly clear out there as we continue to move through our Friday morning. Getting hotter, though. Temperatures climbing up into the 80s. Nice and humid to start the day, too. Back in the low to mid-90s later on. We're going to see the chance of an isolated shower or two later in the afternoon and evening. Temperatures will remain in the mid-90s through the weekend with a scattered storm tomorrow.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Their end-to-end solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all year round. Schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from your Indeed dashboard. Learn more by visiting Indeed.com/credit.
16th Minute of Fame is the new weekly podcast hosted by me, Jamie Loftus. And every week, we take a closer look at an internet character of the day. Bean Dad, The Dress, 30 to 50 Feral Hogs. If you knew what any of those were, you spend too much time online. And I do too. Who are they? What made them notorious? Why did the internet choose them? And what does a person do when they get more attention than the human psyche can handle? Listen to 16th Minute of Fame on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search 16th Minute of Fame.
Greeks Trifecta is sponsored by Pep Capital. It's sports. It's what's going on. Peace.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. Listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is the Penthouse on a Friday. Thanks so much for always tuning into Real Radio. Some great opportunities for you today, besides the show, which is always a great opportunity. But you got a chance to win tickets to Rapids at 11:45, and it's hot as a firecracker out there right now. And you got 13 chances a day to win $1,000 from our boy Rover with the keyword. Jimmy, good morning.
Hello, and good morning.
Francis, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
And it's time for our first trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greeks Trifecta.
Rangers' big game last night. The OJ little tie is still alive as the Rangers won 5-3 over Carolina. It was losing 3-1, and they ended up winning 5-3. Big win for the Rangers on the road. Also, Madison Square Garden last night sold out. Just think about that. Madison Square Garden was sold out to watch the Rangers on the big screens. Some teams can't get 10,000 people to watch a real game. Everybody was at the Garden last night, sold out, and watched their team win. It happens in a lot of teams, franchises in basketball, and it happens in baseball sometimes. Not baseball, really, just basketball, and I would say hockey, where they go to the arena and watch the games, which is unbelievable. They can get 18,000 people there to watch the game. Tonight, our Panthers are playing Boston, and it's a tough game. We're up in Boston. It's 3-2. Remember last year, it was reverse. Boston Bruins was up on us 3-1, and we won 3 straight. Let's not hope that happens tonight. But you can hear it on Real Radio tonight. Let's go, Panthers. Get a W and get ready to face the Rangers in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Jets have the most prime games in the first 11 weeks. They have 6. That's a lot of prime games you get to watch the Jets. And the NFL executive said they owe us. Aaron Rodgers is one of the biggest people in the NFL that people want to see. This is a quote. He said they owe us from last year. So the Jets are going to be on 6 times in prime. That when I say prime, that means like Thursday night games, Monday night, 4 o'clock games where it's going to be nationwide. But, yeah, it's unbelievable. Jets have 6 prime games in the first 11 weeks. And so do our Dolphins. Dolphins have a lot of games, but that's throughout the whole season. Caitlin Clark last night went home, and it wasn't a good night. She only had 9 points. Her team got crushed. It was sold out, but after the game, she declined to talk to the media. I do think that's stuff that she can't do. She has a great image, and everybody loves her, but I said this to Jimmy and everybody talking about it. We're going to see how she handles some bad nights, and I think you got to go out there and deal with the press, even if it's a good night or a bad night. And you know what? Everybody understands they should. She's a rookie, and it's going to take time. So it's not going to be overnight. She's going to score 30 points. I know that's what people expect, but last night was not a good night. She only had 9 points. That is your trifecta. First one of the day, always sponsored by Pet Capital. Over to Jimmy for this day in history.
On this day in history.
Well, this was a super busy day in our history. Tried to narrow it down to some of the more epic items that we saw on this list. And we're going to start in the year 1875, something that we just had a couple weeks ago. It's called the Kentucky Derby. Well, the very first one was run on this day in 1875, run there at, of course, Churchill Downs in Louisville, Kentucky. We're going to jump ahead just a couple years to the year 1885, and that's when Apache leader Geronimo breaks out of an Arizona reservation by jumping out of an airplane.
And then you go, Geronimo!
This is what inspired the yell Geronimo, like Franny just did, and also sparked a panic among Arizona settlers.
Huh.
124 years ago today, in the year 1900, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz was first published. I saw that the trailer for Wicked is out, too.
Mm-hmm.
I think that comes out a little later this year. Looks pretty good. 85 years ago today, 1939, the first televised sporting event in the United States took place. It was a collegiate baseball game between Princeton and Columbia, and it aired on WNBC.
Nice.
81 years ago today, 1943, the crew of the Memphis Belle becomes one of the first B-17 crews to complete 25 missions over Europe and returned to the United States. And that is an amazing feat for the way warfare was handled back then. 70 years ago today, 1954, the U.S. Supreme Court unanimously ruled in Brown versus Board of Education of Topeka that racial segregation in public schools was unconstitutional. One of my favorite things that happened on this day, in 1965, the FBI declared that the lyrics of Louie Louie to be unintelligible at any speed, which therefore cleared it of being pornographic, which reminds me of this show, Unintelligible at Any Speed.
And pornographic? Or not.
That as well. 34 years ago today, in 1990, Kelsey Grammer was sentenced to 30 days in jail and 10 days of picking up trash on the highway after failing to do an alcohol abuse course for his DUI.
Forgot about that.
He was playing Fraser Crane on Cheers at the time. And finally, 25 years ago today, 1999, Alex Trebek got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And that's what happened on May 17th in our history.
Thank you. And a shout out to Geronimo, because our buddy Tell It to My Balls Paul was also born this day in history. So happy birthday, my friend.
Happy birthday. And tell it to your balls, too.
Yep. So a lot of us are going to probably go hit a bar maybe this weekend, have some cocktails.
Yeah.
And these come out quite often, but there's always different bartenders who want to put their 2 cents in. I don't really ever judge when somebody orders a drink. I mean, to each his own. I make fun of my husband, but that's just because it's my husband. And the only reason why is because it doesn't matter where we're at. Like if they have a specialty cocktail list, we like to try the restaurant specialty cocktails.
You say pick on, you mean like if like a guy, big burly guy gets a frou-frou drink?
Yeah, well, that's like, and with my husband, the reason why we poke fun is because it doesn't matter what drink it is. It won't tell you what color it is, and the ingredients may not even tell you you'll read the ingredients and be like, oh, I expected it to be a different color. It does not matter wherever we are. Anytime he orders a specialty drink, the damn thing is always pink. And I always make fun of him. I'm like, how is it always pink every time you order a drink?
Does he get a little umbrella too?
No, but he should.
Oh, okay. You bring one with you.
I think
put it in.
at this point they do it on purpose.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I do. They're like,
it's a conspiracy.
Pink. Little light red food coloring in there. No, but it's really funny. So this is according to BuzzFeed, and in the course of their jobs, bartenders get to see lots of different types of people and learn a lot about their temperaments and preferences. They also might start to see some patterns, noticing what your preference and booze says about you, and silently judging you for it. So BuzzFeed rounded up a handful of these cocktail-related stereotypes. And here are some of the best, according to them. They say if you do a tequila on the rocks with a lime, and I am a tequila on the rocks kind of girl too, but I like mine with an orange wedge. Okay. They said you are a wild party person and you love to tell stories about what said tequila made you do, right?
Okay.
So that's what they're thinking about you if you're a tequila on the rocks girl. If you order absinthe, I don't know many people that do, but I know that it is available. They said, I'm going to assume that you have at least 5 leather-bound books from the 1800s and maybe like 3 friends. All right? They said the guy who orders Jack and Coke is just waiting for a good fight in a couple of hours.
That makes sense.
It does. It does.
For a
I can totally see that. Somebody said, I assume that people who order martinis are high-functioning alcoholics. And I like a martini. Are high-functioning alcoholics. I love it. A Long Island iced tea is international lingo for I'm just here to get effed up.
Wow. Yeah, there was a time when I would certainly have agreed with that.
Yes, my buddy Timmy, I know you're listening out there. He is a Long Island iced tea drinker. That is his jam.
Calling you out, Timmy.
A glass of Chardonnay says you're probably married to an old rich guy, according to this.
Wow, nothing wrong with that.
Uh-huh.
You ain't kidding.
If you order a Negroni, you're probably thinking your taste in cocktails is as complex as your record collection and facial hair. And I totally can see that, like such a hipster kind of drink.
A what?
A Negroni.
A Negroni.
Yeah,
What's in
so
that?
it's equal parts gin, sweet vermouth, and Campari.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll try it.
A Fireball with soda. Huh. Fireball with soda makes me think you're under 25 and you don't know your limit, and you very well could end the night throwing up all over the dance floor.
Wow. What are you watering it down with soda for?
But that's just a general. Like, I don't want to sip on my Fireball. An apple
You
teeny.
don't know what you're missing.
I know. I'd rather just shoot it. That's what I'm saying. Get it over with.
Oh, okay.
An apple teeny, those kind of went out of style. Those were very popular a long time ago. Or any other cocktail that ends in teeny says you're away from the kids for the weekend. So they think that it's a mom that's ready to party. If you order a Cosmopolitan, you just binge watched every episode of Sex and the City, and you're ordering a Cosmo just to be like Carrie Bradshaw.
Oh,
sounds about right.
Yep.
No relation to Terry Bradshaw.
No.
Should be.
Tequila Sunrise says, I just turned 21 3 weeks ago, and on that note, I'd like to black out tonight. It is a young person drink. If you're ordering red wine at a bar, you're pretty much telling me that you'd rather be home on your couch right now. That's funny. My girlfriend Michelle she drinks red wine all the time, and she loves to be at home. But we got to pry her to get out. She's a red wine drinker. And I love this. They said a couple of these hit a little too close to home for some commenters who said that, damn, what if I just like the taste of a Cosmopolitan? Well, we're not judging you that much. And another person was like, yeah, I order red wine at a bar. And this is pretty much accurate, that I'd rather be on the couch. So if you're a bartender, those are obviously many funny, judgmental things that they said about you. But some of these are like ding, ding, ding.
Have you ever
Pretty
had
on point.
anybody ask you when you were working in the bar industry if they order something like, what do you think of me? Like, because I'm ordering it? Ever had people think that question?
I've had people, like, before they made an order, like, basically it was like, don't take my man card from me or something.
Oh, yeah. Don't judge me okay.
Yep. So they have, like, a Moscow Mule. You're really excited to drink something out of a shiny copper cup. Yeah. So there was a lot on here. They said, Fernet, if you've never had it, basically translate to, I'm a bartender from San Francisco. So it is a liqueur, and it is terrible. But when I worked at Kapow.
Kapow! Nice.
The bartenders would drink it, and it was a very hipster kind of bar and bartenders, and it was very popular. And I was like, I don't get it. It's not good. But yeah, they said if you order a Shirley Temple, I assume you're joking or you're sober, they said on here. I know there's I can't think of it, but there is a name for an alcoholic Shirley Temple.
Oh, I don't know.
I know.
Now, in our society, it's become so big in the last year or two, and I don't know if you would know this answer, with tipping. Is anything ever indicated to people by what you order, if you're a good tipper or not, in your mind? Again, it's a stereotype.
Not really. I mean, if you have those ballers and you know you're going to get a tip, they're ordering like the expensive stuff off the menu.
So you would say somebody
I would assume if they ordered a nice tequila, a nice scotch or something, that you're going to get tipped accordingly. But yeah, not really. Some people, I know people who drink Bud Light and tip really great. So.
Yeah. If you guys have any that you want to add to the list, love to hear it. Maybe it's something you drink and you have people have thought about it, or maybe you think, oh, man, what are they thinking of me right now? Let us know. You can call us at 877-927-6969. You can also text us at Real Radio. Put in Real Radio first, 47142, or email Jimmy at realradio921.com.
Well, for all those drunks that were listed on that BuzzFeed article, here's maybe some good news for you. There's a gel that they've come up with that might possibly keep us from getting intoxicated. An international team of researchers has developed a gel enzyme that shows remarkable promise on an orally administered antidote for alcohol intoxication. When we consume alcohol, our livers employs a series of enzymes to break down the ethanol that's in there, which is, of course, the intoxicating component of alcoholic beverages. It's like it creates it into an acid, right? Mm-hmm. And this natural defense can be overwhelmed if alcohol takes the amount that we take in exceeds what the liver can process through its capacity, and that's when we feel drunk, right? That's those effects start to take over. Well, enter the Biomedic Nanozyme that they've come up with. It's a gel that shifts the breakdown of alcohol from the liver to the digestive tract. In contrast to when alcohol is metabolized in the liver, no harmful acid is produced as an intermediate product. By the true test they laid down with the Nanozyme's ability to break down alcohol, they tested it on mice they were fed a substantial amount of alcohol. Mice treated with this nanozyme showed a significant reduction in blood alcohol levels with a decrease of over 55% in just 5 hours from consuming said beverage. Further investigations revealed that the nanozyme hydrogel also exerted a positive effect on the liver, mitigating the organ damage and inflammation often associated with alcohol consumption. So they're saying that if you consume this gel, it'll kind of coat your stomach, and then the alcohol gets processed through your intestines instead of through your liver. So that this keeps that you getting the the intoxication that you would normally get from it. Apparently, so. Because the liver can't process it fast enough, and that's why we feel drunk. So the rest of our body could, if we could block that. Not only that, but this gel could also possibly, if you're already drunk, sober you up, because it can, again, reverse those effects of what it can do. So
that's great.
Now, here's the big question. Do we want to consume alcohol without the effects of alcohol? There's a question.
You mean drink it without getting banged up?
Yeah. Do you want to? I mean, do we consume alcohol? A lot of people consume because they want the effect. They want the buzz. So this actually will it'd be like drinking a non-alcoholic beverage. Except you do get the full taste, right? I mean, that's the one thing that I will say about the difference between non-alcoholic beer and alcoholic beer is they don't taste the same. I don't care how good they get there, they just don't taste the same. But will people want to, if this gel ever comes to be about, I mean, obviously it's in the experimental stage right now, but if it ever comes to be something that everybody can afford and consume and use.
Yeah, it's kind of like, what's the point, right?
Yeah, I mean,
like,
it can be,
alcohol.
or it's good for your designated drivers. that type of thing. Or if you want to go have a couple drinks and then take this, and then you can still drive home, you can get sober, maybe faster so you can drive. I mean, I see the positive effect there. But outside of that, I don't know. I think more people would be like, no, I want to get drunk.
Yeah, I mean, if you tell me that this is going to help relieve a hangover, but I can still get the effects of then, but yeah, it's interesting.
I think also people are out, like you said, that's why they're drinking. Some people to relax, kick back, and every drink you're spending money too. Like you don't want to spend a lot of money drinking. And you feel the same way. I think people feel like that too. Like, what am I doing this for? I just get a Coke. I mean, that's what you really can do. And save a lot of money. I mean, instead of getting a tequila or whatever, because if it's not going to affect you, obviously I'm not a drinker. I'm the last person to ask, but I would just assume that people would think that.
I think it'll have its applications for different times.
Yeah, I think
for
there's some
different
good
people. So, I mean, obviously you're talking about a world of people that drink and consume alcohol. So, in certain circumstances, I think people would like it, and I'm sure it will have its marketplace.
Oh, yeah.
If it ever gets there. I mean, it may not. They may find something that's wrong with it down the line, but right now the testing looks pretty good.
I think, like you said, I think there'll be a niche for it, and there'll be some people who look forward and say, hey, this is great. And it makes them probably, when they go out, relax more because I don't have to worry about it. You know what? I'm not going to feel that way in the morning, which is always good.
Yeah, well, that too, right? You lose the hangover, effects.
Yeah.
I mean, if it curbs that, it didn't say anything about hangovers and the after effects of that, right? So, it might curb that as well.
Well, I think if that worked, I think you see a lot of people that would be on.
Well, yeah, I mean, but basically what it's doing is just neutralizing the alcohol, so it doesn't, essentially making it harmless to your body. Is what it's doing.
It allows the other parts of your body to process it better, where your liver can do it. It normally takes on that process, but it can't process it fast enough. And this will give it a different way of doing that, coming up with that acid. And, of course, there were a lot of big words in there that I can't pronounce. So I just, I tried to narrow it down to get the gist of the article. And I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. And, of course, they stress, I mean, still the healthiest, if that's what you're trying to do, is to avoid alcohol entirely. But, yeah, I guess, we'll see. Because I know that, like you said, I mean, it looks like the research is done. They applied for a patent for the gel.
Oh,
we'll see
all
what
right.
happens,
yeah. Well, that's to protect themselves and their rights to it. Here's something else that we often hear about, and it's the 4-day work week, and we often see where a lot of companies have been trying it, especially overseas. More and more American companies are trying it. There's a company called Exos that trains high-performance athletes. That's what they do for a living, right? So, a guy like Tyreek Hill will hire them to get the most out of their body and what they can do, and that's pretty much the gist of the company. And so the CEO launched something called You Do You Friday. So basically they've adopted a 4-day work week.
Okay.
And then on Friday, you still come in or you might do something else, but Friday is for you, right? And the idea is for you to focus on you so that you can kind of heal yourself, right? It's a tough week. You put in 4 hard days of work, and this is the one that's going to get you, rejuvenated and that type of thing. That's the attitude, the idea behind it, right? The company focuses on proactive health and performance for elite athletes, the military, and business. So here is the CEO of the company. Her name is Sarah Robb O'Hogan, and she'll explain exactly what this whole idea is about.
So it means you do you. So you may choose to say, this Friday I'm exhausted, I need to go spend time out hiking. Other people may say, Friday's my day to just do quiet work and not be disturbed. But what we put in place was you cannot email, text, write to any of your colleagues, you can't set meetings. It is you do you Friday. And what goes hand in hand with You Do You Friday is how we constructed the other days of the week. We structured this because we know actually from training high-performance athletes that you put a lot of load on them and then you follow it with really intentional recovery to get more out of how the athlete's performing. So think about us in the workplace. Like if we're working 80-hour weeks, 70-hour weeks, which some people are, it's like how on earth is your body ever recovering? Of course you're going to get burned out. So the more we can help to introduce this concept that recovery isn't weak, it's actually part of preparing you for higher performance, I think the better for all of us.
There you go. There you have it. A new approach to something that we've been talking about for quite some time. So as you could hear, I mean, you don't necessarily have to go into the office if you want. You can, but you don't get any emails. Nobody can track you down. Nobody can send you a text. Work related. It didn't say anything about like personal. Like if whether or not I could still send an email to somebody. Hey, you want to go meet up for lunch? Right? I'm sure something like that would still be okay. But outside of that, work related stuff, no go. So that's the way that they're approaching a 4-day work week.
877-927-6969. If you have any opinion on any of the things we discuss. 4-day work week. I'm sure everybody be like, yoo-hoo, wow. Call us. Let us know. Tell us your feelings about it. Again, you can text us at Real Radio 47142. And if there's a drink that you order that you think maybe bartenders are judging you, bring it up, and we'd love to discuss it with you. Franny, we got some Florida stories. What's in the hopper?
In the hopper, I have an update on that Florida story. Remember the woman who put bleach in her man's drink, but she thought it was sugar, claimed it was sugar, but it was a bleach tablet? This was from a month or so ago. Well, I had that story in our What the Florida. I have an update on what's going on with that. She was accused of poisoning his tea with bleach. I have an update on that story. Plus, why this woman, she just wanted hugs. Why'd she get arrested? Just for wanting hugs. And then there is a restaurant that is using outdoor shrubbery to garnish their dishes. But why is this an issue?
Oh, I saw this.
Yeah. I'll let you know those details when we get back on Real Radio 92.1.
When the smart speaker you gave your parents eventually becomes yours, tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
Hi, everyone. I'm Doug Plagens, radio voice of your Florida Panthers. The Panthers visit the Boston Bruins tonight at 7 for Game 6 of their second round best-of-7 Stanley Cup playoff series. The Panthers lead the series 3-2. Catch all the action live tonight at 7 right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. We're giving you 13 shots a day to score $1,000.
Oh, yeah. Can't believe it. Woo!
Every weekday from 9:05 in the morning to 9:05 at night, we're giving you a keyword at 5 past the hour. Take that keyword and enter it at realradio921.com. Every keyword is worth $1,000.
Thank you. Thank you. That's awesome.
It's $1,000 in your hand. Good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
The Grand in Your Hand on Real Radio is sponsored by Greenway Kia.
Head on over to Greenway West Palm Beach Kia right now for the largest selection of new, fuel-efficient 2024 Kias. They're overstocked and highly motivated to make you an incredible deal, because we want to see you in a West Palm Beach Kia.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
A pretty decent drive along your expressways this morning. 95 and the Turnpike continue to be accident-free, flowing freely as well. We do have some road work here that'll be on Lakeview Avenue westbound at Flagler Drive. That'll be blocking your left lane. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Don't miss your chance to save big this Memorial Day at Lowe's. Buy one, get one 50% off select interior and exterior paint and exterior stain via Lowe's gift card rebate. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details. Valid through 5/29.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
When you get nachos, tacos, empanadas, spicy queso with jalapenos, Pepto-Bismol's there. Pepto-Bismol provides fast, effective relief from nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. All the things that can happen unexpectedly on vacation. So before you travel, pack the Pepto. Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's and Palm Beach, where beautiful ladies are there 7 days a week, and Friday nights is Fetish Fridays. 5-star menu and beautiful ladies, and if you like UFC, you can always catch a big fight at Monroe's and Palm Beach. And their feature tournament is coming up Memorial Day weekend, so make sure you make your plans now to see the beautiful ladies perform at the highest level. It's Monroe's and Palm Beach, beautiful ladies, 7 days a week. Peace!
Hey there, Grill Masters! Memorial Day is the perfect time for cookouts, family, and flavor-packed dishes. Introducing Dad's Hot Sauce, the secret ingredient that'll take your barbecue to the next level. Made with love and a kick of heat, Dad's Hot Sauce pairs perfectly with burgers, wings, and grilled veggies. Head over to Publix today and grab your bottle or 3. Visit dadshotsauce.com for recipes and more. Dad's Hot Sauce is not responsible for any sudden cravings or flavor explosions, and spice up your life. And Dad's Hot Sauce.
Joint pain. It's something that can literally stop us in our tracks. At QC Kinetics, we offer a revolutionary specialized course of treatment perfected over 10 years that can eliminate your pain. Our regenerative therapies actually repair damaged tissue, restoring the joint and eliminating the pain, not masking it with drugs or risky invasive surgery. If you suffer with joint pain, arthritis, age, degeneration, or a sports injury and have been told you need knee, hip, shoulder, or back surgery, QC Kinetics offers revolutionary non-surgical solutions with actual regrowth of your own tissue with no downtime and long-lasting results. Call right now and set up your free examination with one of our highly specialized doctors at one of our 6 leading-edge clinics in Palm Beach, Broward, and Miami. Experience VIP medical care at its best. Call right now and see how you can get your first treatment free. Call 800-375-1971. That's 800-375-1971. 800-375-1971.
A slow network is no network for business. That's why more choose Comcast Business. And now we're introducing Ultimate Speed for Business, our fastest plans yet. We're up to 12 times faster than Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. And existing customers could even get up to triple the speeds at no additional cost. All from the company with 99.9% network reliability and advanced cybersecurity. It's ultimate speed from Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Don't miss out on our fastest speed plans yet. Get started with 500 megabits per second internet and security for $70 a month for 12 months with a 2-year contract when you add 1 unlimited mobile line. Plus, ask how to get up to an $800 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online to switch today. In 62324, restrictions apply. New customers only with 500 megabits per second internet and security edge. Eagle bill and auto pay required. Equipment, tax, and fees extra. Compares Comcast Business 1.25 gigs to 100 megabits per second 5G internet of Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. Up to 3 times downloads for existing essential and standard customers.
Paid after per trail.
Life can be so unpredictable. After losing my dad, it made me think about my family if something were to happen to me. I had heard about life insurance through Ethos and how easy it was to get coverage. They were right. In 10 minutes, I was covered. And boom, family protected.
Ethos fast and easy online term life insurance up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheet. Less static in your life? Yeah, it's the sheet. Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet. Oh, so soft fabric? Ooh la la. It's the sheet. Less wrinkles on your clothes? You know it's the sheet. Bounce dryer sheets. More freshness, more softness. Less static, less wrinkles. It's the sheet.
Kick off your summer with iHeart80s. iHeart80s goes commercial-free all Memorial Day weekend and every weekend. Open the app, search iHeart80s, and start listening now. Free never sounded so good.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Mostly clear out there as we continue to move through our Friday morning. Getting hotter, though. Temperatures climbing up into the 80s. Nice and humid to start the day, too. Back in the low to mid-90s later on. We're going to see the chance of an isolated shower or two later in the afternoon and evening. Temperatures will remain in the mid-90s through the weekend with a scattered storm tomorrow.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey guys, Chef Justin with Fresh from Florida here, reminding you that the best part of summer is already here. Locally grown, fresh from Florida watermelon. Fresh from Florida, there's sunshine in every bite.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been
in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. For $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword bank at realradio921.com. That's bank. Enter it now at realradio921.com, and good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you are back in the Penthouse on Real Radio. Thank you so much for hanging out with the gang, whether you're listening on that FM dial or, of course, anywhere around the world on the iHeart Radio app. This is Franny. Good morning to you, Jimmy.
Hello, and good morning.
And good morning to Sir Greek.
Thank you, Francis. As always, back to you, my bishop, to your queen, as you do the Florida stories.
Florida.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida? I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Well, we have a scary situation that happened to a farm worker in the Treasure Coast, and he's expected to be okay after being attacked by a 9-foot 4-inch alligator that decided to take a chomp on this guy's leg. This happened at a pepper farm in Palm City. The animal latched onto the side of his thigh, but thank goodness he was able to break free and get away, according to Martin County Sheriff's. Yep. The man was taken to the hospital for treatment to puncture wounds, but his injuries were not life-threatening. The gator was found and removed from the area by a wrangler. That is not the one that I saw, but did you see? Oh, my God, was in the Orlando area? I have to see. I'm talking. I mean, this thing looked like a dinosaur, how big this alligator was that got wrangled the other day. Florida trappers, they called it an absolute dinosaur. This thing was so big. Pinellas County is where it happened.
20-footer?
It was about like 13.
13.
Yeah,
That's
but
still
he was
massive.
His girth, he was wide. Yep, but they said that it was on a path that led to some of the county schools. And, and this thing, they said it was let's see, Joe's Creek along 46th Ave, but I saw a couple videos and I was like, holy moly, that's a big alligator. Then next up, I have an update on a story that was brought up, and so I will give you the details if you do not recall. There was a woman who she was charged with tainting her live-in boyfriend's tea with a bleach tablet.
Right.
Well, she thought it was, she claims, I thought it was sugar, but she got it from underneath the sink, the kitchen sink.
Well, you can put sugar
Who keeps
there.
A bleach tablet looks like a bleach tablet, but.
You never know. I mean, I keep cash in my freezer, so sometimes
all right.
it happens.
So Yvette Diaz is her name, and yes, this happened in Miami-Dade area, and she's like, I'm sorry, I thought it was sugar. It was bleach. So the guy, of course, calls the cops on her, and she goes to jail, right? Well, charges have been dropped because the victim is nowhere to be found. And they were like, all right, well, we don't have evidence because he dumped the tea down the drain at the time of it happening when he accused her. So, yeah, they said that he has vanished. So they dropped the case against Yvette Diaz. The prosecutors revealed that the case had some serious issues that were leading up to accusing her of doing this. They said, I guess the day after the incident, a neighbor told detectives that the victim requested to early terminate his lease and he wanted a ride to the bus station. The neighbor confirmed that he, in fact, dropped the victim off at the bus station. He's like, I don't know where he was going. He really didn't say anything where he was going. And the state attempted to contact the victim by telephone multiple times, left messages and all this stuff, and nothing. So he is gone. And if he's gone, they got no case.
She's lucky.
She's very lucky. He was probably like, I got to get away from this crazy bee.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, like,
I'm taking the next bus out of here.
I'm not going to wait for the case. I'm
She's going to try to kill me.
I'm going to make my own case to get out of here.
Yep. And then, there's a high-end restaurant in Tampa, and they are partaking in some rather unsavory practices. Whatever. But anyways, this is behind a Michelin-starred chef that has another restaurant. And the issue is that they're garnishing some of their plates with these foxtail ferns. Well, the foxtail ferns are taken from a plot of land behind the building that does not belong to them. It's like an apartment complex area, and they're not meant to be eaten, obviously. They're just doing it for garnish. They're pretty, whatever, look at. The issue is that they take them from an area where dogs often relieve themselves.
Oh, my God. Terrible.
I read this
And not just that, they can be sprayed with chemicals, pesticides, insecticides, like all kinds of stuff, and dog pee, and they're using them to garnish their plates. And people have taken videos and posted on social media. So I understand that there's concerns that they're addressing here.
Sweet.
Yeah, and they said that they will not. They're going to discontinue using these local plants as garnish in the future.
Good idea.
Yeah, I agree. And then she just wanted hugs. This woman just wanted hugs. A Naples, Florida woman is under arrest for making sure herself at home, which would normally be fine, except it wasn't her home, right?
That's an important piece of information.
Technicality.
79-year-old Naples resident reported an unknown suspect unlawfully entered her residence while she was inside. The suspect, later identified as Natalie Lynn Slavek, entered without her permission and then started giving unwanted hugs to her, to the 79-year-old woman. Slavek then made herself at home by sitting on a chair in the living room. She rested on a bed for several minutes, then proceeded to jump in the pool, all before leaving the residence. Natalie Lynn Slavek is a resident of Collier County and is currently on state probation for an offense she did in 2020 for resisting an officer with violence. She operates the social media company called Natalie Knows Naples.
Very nice. So that's a nice ring. I can see T-shirts or a billboard. Natalie Knows Naples.
And she knows Naples, but she did not know the resident of this house that she unlawfully entered. And as a result, was placed under arrest for trespassing in an unoccupied structure. Oh, Natalie. And that is your What the Florida.
Great job, Francis. We do it twice a show. In this hour, we will also give you guys an opportunity to win tickets to Rapids. And at 11:35, Franny's going to give you some updates on the weekend of things that are going on. Always a lot going on in South Florida or up north. And she would tell you a couple of things that maybe you want to get involved with, or maybe it'll be like, well, I didn't even think of that. But there is always a lot going on. Preakness tomorrow going on, and that is the second leg of the Triple Crown. We'll see what happens with that. There's only 8 horses running. The big favorite was Scratch. So I believe there's 8 horses running tomorrow. I could be off 1 or 2, but I think there's going to be 8 as of now, the morning line. And if that horse wins again, Dan, and it's on to the Triple Crown, Saratoga. And that will be
Mystic Dan.
Yeah, that'll be unbelievable. Again, for Saratoga, it is not able to handle the amount of people that Belmont usually handles, which is over 100,000. Capacity at Saratoga is about 45,000. They don't even have the hotels and everything around there to handle that kind of people. So we'll see. Yeah, it's a lot smaller.
Okay.
If it wins. If it doesn't win, then it's not going to matter. But the Belmont is under construction.
And you're right, it is eight horses now that Muth or whatever was scratched.
And that was one of the big favorites.
Yeah.
So there's a couple horses, maybe 15-1. But not really long.
There's a couple 20-1.
20s, yep.
Uncle Heavy and Mugatu, I don't know. They're 20-1.
Yeah, not like the Derby.
And Seize de Gray is a gray.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And what is the odds on that?
What's that?
What is the odds on that?
Right now, Seize de Gray is at 15-1. So
ooh, wow, that's good.
A little bit of a long shot for the moment.
Yeah. And our good buddy, our horse aficionado, Mike, liked the 8 horse. That's who he is going with the Preakness.
Tuscan Gold.
Yep.
Okay.
He does like that. And let's not forget, he picked the Florida winner, Florida Derby, and the last 2 Kentucky Derby winners.
Yeah, he's got a good track record, so maybe something to look at there.
Maybe. But Mystic Dan is on the 5 post, so wouldn't we say the 5 post has the most wins?
That was for the Kentucky Derby.
Just the Derby, not just in general.
No, that was just a Derby.
Got it.
Preakness, I don't know which post has the most wins.
Okay.
What is always a win is when Jimmy makes a new Greek misspeak.
Yeah.
All right, it's that time of the day, isn't it?
It is.
This is coming at you, and this one's pretty a la wah.
Oh, it's Ala Walla, right?
This is your Greek misspeak
The 5 position, pole position, is the one that is won the most. Also, horses that start with the word S.
Did he say word?
Dude, you're gonna hit a couple times. I'm gonna hit you back, and when I do, it's I let it go. 9 10s out of 10.
I need a translator from the Y side of things.
Hopefully, we have a better May than we did April. April was one of the worst Mays Marlins have had.
Oh my God, me too.
Indiana Pacers tonight. I think a lot of people like them too to slap back them. And how's baseball? You treating you on the baseball? What did you think last night? Big surprise last night. I mean, the dogs were barking.
Don't use big words you don't understand.
The Texas, world champs. They are their big one favorites.
Big one.
That's a big 10-4.
The odds are stacked against them 0-2 over the history of the NBA when a team is down 0-2. So 0-3 is a little bit worse.
Well, I'll be damned.
I'll be damned.
Jimmy, a couple of my friends have a new casino game. They said you could be the house and get a piece of this. Over-unders on how many words are pronounced wrong during the show.
Who's going to have the time to count?
Well, you hire people.
I mean, because it's not just you. It's me. It's Jimmy.
Yeah, I butchered the English language, too. That's the thing.
That's going to be a full-time job.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck with that.
Right?
It's just a thought. We're not married to it.
ChatGPT could probably do it.
Yeah, we're not married to it. This summer, there's going to be a lot of things going on, concerts, and a lot of comedians hitting the road. One of the big comedians is Sebastian Maniscalco. He spoke yesterday.
Oh, there's one.
Emphasize it.
One.
It's close enough. You know,
Close enough.
It's close enough. I mean, come on, does it really matter? I mean, as long as I'm bringing money, who cares? Anyway, he was speaking yesterday. He said he's not going to change any of his jokes. He never does. If they're not proper or they don't think they're politically correct or are going to offend somebody, he goes, I don't change anything. I just run with it. People are there to laugh, to have a good time, and they have to remember it's a routine and it's part of my act. I know he's going to be all over the place. He's playing in the Win, I believe, in June, and they were asking me to come out to see him. I'm sure he's a fantastic show, and I'm sure he's a big hoot. It'd be great to see it to Win, but he's one of those guys, he's not going to change things. I think a lot of this has come out through more and more with the Brady roast. Again, Nikki Glaser spoke again on another podcast yesterday. Like Brady just really, she's like, he really must not have known what a roast is about. And she goes, because that's what we do.
Yeah.
And
I mean, go back, watch other ones. They're brutal.
And she made a great point about Brady. And I've said this too. Brady doesn't do anything without really examining it, doing his research, looking into it. He has a team. So she was just like, how he could not think of certain things.
And that's the thing is, like, I don't know if I buy it because...
I think what you said was right. He said the right thing.
Yeah, because he's getting crap. And
too.
so now you got to say the right thing, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Because he went after people, too. Like, he did. He was roasting the others around there. And
but he didn't go anybody's wife.
He went after Kim. People weren't happy with that. He brought her kids into that.
Yeah,
in a way.
Yeah, he did.
The only one to bring up children
exactly.
was him.
Yeah.
Well,
I even heard some, I think it was Nikki, some of the comedians saying that was kind of out of line, that joke that he said.
But did he go after the kid? I thought he went after Kanye more. Like he said,
but he mentioned the kid, that he was worried about the kids because they were with Kanye.
Yeah, I took it as Kanye, but everybody's different. But again, with Brady, I think you said it right. I think he's getting it a lot wherever he goes, and people are asking him about it. And so she was just like, hey, everything he does, he looks into a million times. I'm sure he thought about it. And maybe they're getting heat, too, on social media. Who knows what people write and say and different things. So maybe, I guess, it's enough for every interview she does. She brings it up and says, hey, you know what? You should have known.
Well, I'm sure they bring it up, right, too? I mean, every interview that she does. I mean, it's just like us for, we had Burt Kreischer on that, at the end of that week when it happened. I mean, we didn't have any plans on talking about that until after it, ended up falling after the Brady roast, right? I mean, because he was supposed to be talking about his fully loaded tour and all that, what's going to go on down here at, I think, Financial Amphitheater. So that ended up becoming the topic of conversation because of what was going on. And I'm sure every interview that Burt did after that was focused solely on the Brady roast.
Yeah, and he said that, too.
And he enjoyed talking about it, too. I mean, it wasn't like he was like, well, I really don't want to.
Yeah.
He he was fully loaded right into it.
Yeah.
Pun intended. So, obviously, I'm sure she wants to talk about that. I'm sure Sam Ray has been talking about it. I'm sure all the other comedians have been. Tommy's been talking about it since it happened. So, and we just keep getting more and more news on it, right?
Yeah, that's the other thing too. You're hearing a lot of different things behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But I think most comedians that are out there, they may think like if I tell a joke that's, a little bit out of bounds, it could come back to haunt me. I think more so a couple years ago when a lot of people were getting canceled for things they said or did. But Sebastian's like, no, this is my show. This is what I'm doing. And I'm there to entertain people.
I think most comedians still get a pass. That is one thing that I'll push back against. I don't see too many comedians themselves get canceled for something that a joke within their routine too much. I mean, there are comedians that have gotten canceled, like Bill Cosby, for outside reasons. But and unless you're, maybe a smaller comedian, but the one, ones that are well established. That I don't know. I don't see it. Do you guys? I mean, I know Bill Burr's. I mean, he's very typical, like that typical white male guy, and he has jokes like that, like about women that in the kitchen stuff, or Chappelle. I mean, look at all the stuff that he's had. They've been trying to cancel him for a while, but he doesn't care. He doesn't worry about it. I mean, he's going to keep right on going. He's not cancelable.
No, Chappelle's too big.
He's too big. Yeah,
he's too big. Too big of an audience. Yeah. Too many people. I mean, he just has. I mean, he's it. When you think of comedy, I think he's number one.
Yeah, I can't think of and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'm just not coming up with one in my mind, but I can't think of a comedian recently that's been quote unquote canceled for a routine, right? Yeah. I know Kathy Griffin did, but again, it wasn't for a joke
stuff they do off.
A joke that she made on stage. It was it was part of her routine.
Yeah, more guys I think of that things that happened to them outside the stage. A couple of the guys. What was that guy's with the red hair? I forget his name. Oh man, that he had a bunch of heat. I forget that comedian. Oh man, I can't think of him right now.
I don't know.
But yeah, he was
Carrot Top.
No, not Carrot Top.
Okay,
different gentleman. Can't think of it right now. Sorry, but I just losing me. But yeah, I think. People are going to go out there and say, hey, are you going to do anything? You're going to water it down. And he was like, no, absolutely not. Yeah. And your fans don't want to see that. You know what I mean?
No.
They don't want. They're there to laugh, like he said.
Yeah, your routine is your routine. That's what we want. We want to see that raunchiness. I want to see that from Bill Burr. I want to see that from Dave Chappelle. I want to see Ron White talk about his, shenanigans about being drunk and stuff. I mean, everybody they have their niche, right? And I want to hear Jeff Foxworthy do the, here's your sign. Or I'm sorry, that was Bill. What's his name? But anyway, you get it. I mean, they all have their own thing that they like to do. Jeff Dunham. You want to talk about a guy that pokes fun at the political left. He goes after them.
Yeah.
And he's not canceled. Of course, he can always blame it on the dummies because they're the ones saying the jokes, right?
It's not me.
It's not me doing
it's
that.
him.
Come on, what are you talking about? You gonna give me heat? I'm not gonna do that. It is the Penthouse on a Friday, so you guys can always get involved. You can text us at Real Radio 47142, or you can email us, Jimmy@realradio921.com. Or call us, 877-927-6969. Those are the three ways that you guys can get involved with the show and bring something to the program. And maybe there's anything that we speak about that you want to reflect on, or if you have an opinion, let us know. Give us a call, text us, or email us. You're going to have a chance to win tickets for Rapids at 11:45. That's coming at you in a few minutes. Great giveaway at 11:45. We're going to come back in a couple minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a 47142. I got a couple text messages I wanted to get into before you kicked off. We have Tuscan Gold is your winner. Just going to send it. This is from Larry the Enticer. Okay. We have with drink orders on here. And thank you. I could not get it, but they're like the Alcoholic Shirley Temple is called a Dirty Shirley.
All right.
Yeah, which I did know. I was brain farting it. So thank you so much for that. Because we were talking about the drinks that bartenders judge you for. Somebody says Campari is disgusting. It was no surprise that old people that asked for Campari and soda were just as bitter as their drink.
That's funny.
Campari is especially Campari soda, very old person, but it's part of when you make a Negroni, which is a very popular drink. We have here, with the gel that's supposed to help you not get drunk, right? It says, it sounds like Jimmy is explaining Narcan, but for alcohol.
Yeah, it does. It is.
Right?
It's matter of fact, I thought the same thing.
Yep. And let's see. Greek. Oh, are you thinking of Louis C.K.?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking of.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
Yep, we got a couple people who text that in. So thank you for helping us out, 47142, and of course participating. You just have to start that text off with Real Radio.
It is the Penthouse. We'll come back with a trifecta. Franny's going to give her her first round of things to do this weekend. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
My parents told me years later that they were supposed to. I was supposed to have like leg braces.
Really? Like Forrest Gump?
Yeah, like Forrest Gump.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
It's been a pretty nice drive here along our expressways 95 and the Turnpike, currently accident-free and flowing freely. Again, we are looking at that road work here on Lakeview Avenue westbound at Flagler Drive, blocking your left lane, and construction Southern Boulevard westbound at the Turnpike. The left lane is blocked. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by Robert Half. Robert Half research indicates 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. Robert Half is here to help. Their recruiting professionals use proprietary AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
Hey, Greek, what is the image of your retirement? What do you see? Yourself on the beach, maybe playing golf, hanging with the family, or just enjoying South Florida? I bet each of you have different goals, and different goals require their own unique plan. That's why Trajan Wealth Advisors can help you. Let them show you a different plan and craft a plan that fits you and your goals so you can enjoy your retirement. You worked hard your whole life. It's your turn now to kick back and retire and enjoy South Florida. Call Trajan Wealth today at 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. It's the weekend, and the weekend is a snapshot of your retirement. Enjoy the weekend, but also you want to enjoy your retirement. Make sure you have a plan. Offices in West Palm Beach for Trajan Wealth, but call them today, 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. Enjoy the weekend. Peace. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor, paid advertisement.
Here's a surprising fact. More than half of men over 40 experience some degree of erectile dysfunction. Yes, it's more common than you may think. ED can be a sign of a more serious health condition, such as diabetes or heart disease. So if your partner is distant or having trouble in the bedroom, encourage him to speak to his doctor about it. Understand it's not your fault. Learn more about ED, its causes and treatment options by visiting edcure.org or call 561-944-8977. There, you can find a board-certified urologist in West Palm who specializes in treating erectile dysfunction beyond medication and access an ED assessment. If your partner has tried pills or injections and hasn't gotten results, it's time to learn about a permanent solution that's proven to be safe, reliable, effective, and satisfying. Visit edcure.org. That's edcure.org or call 561-944-8977. Sponsored by Boston Scientific.
A slow network is no network for business. That's why more choose Comcast Business. And now we're introducing Ultimate Speed for Business, our fastest plans yet. We're up to 12 times faster than Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. And existing customers could even get up to triple the speeds at no additional cost. All from the company with 99.9% network reliability and advanced cybersecurity. It's Ultimate Speed from Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Don't miss out on our fastest speed plans yet. Get started with 500 megabits per second internet and security for $70 a month for 12 months with a 2-year contract when you add one unlimited mobile line. Plus, ask how to get up to an $800 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online to switch today. In 62324, restrictions apply. New customers only with 500 megabits per second internet and security edge. Eagle bill and auto pay required. Equipment, tax, and fees extra. Compares Comcast Business 1.25 gigs to 100 megabits per second 5G internet at Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. Up to 3 times downloads for existing essential and standard customers.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life. In office, West Palm Beach.
Are you kidding? No payments until fall at Palm Beach Harley on any new Harley this week. Annual percentage rates such as 1.99% and no payments until fall on any new Harley at Palm Beach Harley now through Sunday.
No payments for 120 days with approved credit.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheet. Less static in your life? Yeah, it's the sheet. Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet. Oh, so soft fabric? Ooh la la. It's the sheet. Less wrinkles on your clothes? You know it's the sheet. Bounce dryer sheets. More freshness, more softness. Less static, less wrinkles. It's the sheet.
We used to argue about whose turn it was to clean the gutters, but then I had Leaf Filter gutter protection installed.
Wait, I told you Leaf Filter had free inspections and estimates and a lifetime guarantee.
Meaning we never have to argue about whose turn it is to clean the gutters again.
But I visited leaffilter.com/beacon first.
No, I did.
It doesn't matter who. Visit leaffilter.com/beacon to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off today.
See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Paid actor portrayal.
Life can be so unpredictable. After losing my dad, it made me think about my family if something were to happen to me. I had heard about life insurance through Ethos and how easy it was to get coverage. They were right. In 10 minutes, I was covered. And boom, family protected.
Ethos fast and easy online term life insurance up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
Are you kidding? No payments until fall at Palm Beach Harley on any new Harley this week. Annual percentage rates such as 1.99% and no payments until fall on any new Harley at Palm Beach Harley now through Sunday.
No payments for 20 days with approved credit.
For more information about contests on this station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
Injured? Call Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather at 500-HELP. HELP is just a local phone call away.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Progressive Insurance.
Xander Schauffele is one of the more talented players in golf, but despite the impressive accolades, a major title is never followed. Shot a 9-under yesterday, but in order for him to overcome his major woes, day 2 may be even more critical. He has struggled historically on day 2 of majors, shooting 24 over par. And if he ever wants to capture that elusive major, what happens later today will be imperative. I'm Dan Patrick.
Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
Former President Donald Trump's newest interview with Clay Travis and Buck Sexton is now on the free iHeartRadio app.
If they won, taxes are going to go up by 4 times.
His personal insights on the upcoming election.
4 times for middle class.
Plus,
who your VP might be.
A lot of people are in play.
Don't miss out on this crucial interview before the 2024 election.
Do you really think he's going to be running against you?
Open the free iHeart app now. Search Clay Travis and Buck Sexton for this interview and more.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
I need your help. I can't tell you what it is. You can never ask me about it later, and we're gonna hurt some people. Whose car are we gonna take?
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
That's a great movie. Great drop by Jimmy. It is The Penthouse on a Friday. Getting ready for the weekend. In a couple of minutes, Franny's going to tell you some things that maybe you want to tip your toe in. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello, and good morning.
Francis is here.
Hi.
Time for a trifecta?
Yeah, whatever you want. It's your show.
All right, John Daly, when he plays golf, this is what his routine is, menu. He eats 4 Snickers bars, 2 bottles of Coke, and 2 packs of cigarettes. during the 18 holes. That's what he lives on. John Daly, again, been playing for years. God bless him. He is still one of the people that everybody wants to check out and see. He is so unique in so many different ways. A couple of his books, if you ever get a chance to read them, they are fantastic. Good reads. I'm not a reader, and I read them both, and I'm just telling you, just funny stuff. Stuff you can't believe. Think you're watching. I am surprised they have not done a movie about him yet. But yeah, John Daly, golf menu day. 4 Snickers bars. 4. 2 bottles of Coke. Big ones, by the way. And 2 packs of cigarettes. Man, he's smoking like a fiend. And that's what he does every day when he hits the course. God bless him. He's still winning some tournaments, doing good, and making money. So he had it all together. It sounds like it's working for him. I'm sure his doctors aren't happy about it, but man, he is crazy diet. Rangers won last night 5-3 in Carolina, and they were losing 3-1. It looked like they were going to go to a Game 7, but they turned it on and scored 4 unanswered goals, beat them, and got to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they are going to play the winner of the Panthers in Boston tonight. Game 6 that you can hear on Real Radio this evening. Panthers, let's go. We got to get a win. Rangers won on the road, so can we tonight. Caitlin Clark had a bad night. It was her home opener for the Fever. They got smacked by Liberty bad. Liberty were only given 8.5. That was a strong play. But Caitlin only had 9 points. She did not talk to the media after the game. It's something I think she's going to have to change her mind on, and because that's not a good look for her. But again, bad game for her, 9 points. She's a rookie. It's going to take time. People expected her to score 30 points. Her over-under last night was 21. Didn't come near it. And the Jets are going to be on prime game 6 times in the first 11 weeks. The NFL executive said the Jets owe us from last year. People want to see Mr. Rodgers. There's no doubt about it. The Jets are a draw, and they're interesting to see with Rodgers and all the greatness he has. Let's see if he can come back this year and be who he once was. And that is your trifecta, sponsored by Pep Capital. Over to Franny for the weekend.
All righty. So let's kick it off with one of our very own events. Wave 92.7. This started yesterday, goes throughout the weekend, and that is the Treasure Coast Songwriter Festival. This is now 3, because it started yesterday. It was 4 days of free music. Yes, you heard me, free. This is at Pirates Cove Resort and Marina. I was there the first year that it kicked off, and it is such a fun event. So what you get over a dozen of BMI Nashville's most accomplished songwriters who've written hits for George Strait, Tim McGraw, Jason Aldean. So they are there telling the stories behind their songs and then performing them.
It's a great event.
Yeah, it's such a cool event that is going on until Sunday. As I mentioned, Pirates Cove Resort and Marina in Stewart. It's going to be a great time. Go check that out. If you want some more information, that's tcsongwriters.com. Then we got some sports going on. We have the Marlins and Mets at Lone Depot Park today. Also kicking off today, something that every time I see the billboard, I was like, ooh, yeah, that's right up my alley. The Palm Beach Ribs, Wings, and Rock Festival. And that is going on at the South Florida Fairground today through Sunday. The event features 10 rock and roll bands, gourmet ribs and wings, and what they call a vendor bazaar with arts and crafts. Rock tributes include tributes to Led Zeppelin, The Stones, Pink Floyd, Heart, Duran Duran. You can get more information on that, PalmBeachRibsWingsFestival.com.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Doesn't it sound like a great time?
Yeah,
I was like, I like ribs, I like wings, I like rock. I like a bazaar.
All kinds of vendors.
I like all that stuff. Yep. And then you have the Marlins and Mets again tomorrow, Lone Depot Park. Abacoa, they're in Jupiter, 7:30. They have a Journey tribute band called Never Stop Believin'. So you can check them out. If you like some funny, he's very funny. Jim Jeffries is going to be at the Broward Center in Fort Lauderdale doing some stand-up tomorrow night. Then we have the Friends of Jupiter Beach Food and Wine Festival under the bridge over there, Harborside Place, Jupiter. This looks like it's going to be a great time. It's tasting from local restaurants, drinks. They're going to have a mobile golf simulator there too. And I believe that is from 2 to 5. Just come hang out and you get to sample all kinds of food. Sounds like a good time. They also, get this, they're going to have all kinds of vendors. Their Bark Park Beer Garden. Puppy kissing booth? What?
Nice. All right.
I'm there. Sounds like a really great time. And we have Sunday, the Marlins and Mets. Once again, Lone Depot Beer Fest at the American German Club of the Palm Beaches. Entertainment by Alpine Express. And for just $40, you're all in. includes all you can drink German beer, domestic wine, soft drinks, plus a heaping plate of German and American fare.
Wow.
All you want for 40 bucks, right?
Damn.
I agree. And then there is also going on Sunday from 12 to 5, the Green Acres Fire Rescue Chili Cook-Off. City of Green Acres Rescue is excited to once again join the Chili Cook-Off with the Rock and Roll Sunday event. It's going to be a great time. They're going to have classic cars, motorcycle shows, live music, food trucks, beverages, vendors, attractions, and a whole lot of rock and roll. Plus, of course, the chili cook-off portion of the event. The proceeds for this event will support various veteran and charity organizations and the Green Acres Fire Rescue. So there you go for things going on. If you ever want me to add anything, you can always do that on that text line 47142. Just start that text off with Real Radio.
I know down at the Hard Rock, they're having the Sports Illustrated ladies down there all weekend long.
Oh, cool. I went to that a couple years ago.
It's fun.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things going on, parties. You can go to their website and check it out.
They'll all be there? Tyra and Martha? And
I don't know about
They weren't there last time, and
Yeah.
it was a pretty,
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to be there.
Okay.
Yeah, but I know a lot of swimsuit girls are going to be down there. But
it's still going to be a lot of hotties, for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's going to be at the Hard Rock. There's always a ton of stuff going on around at the Hard Rock Casino. But yeah, go to their website. But I know the parties are tonight and tomorrow, I believe, that you guys can check out and see the beautiful ladies. And I know they have, last time they had like a place where you can meet them, get autographs, all stuff like that they have. And it's always a good time down to the Hard Rock, too. Just don't lose your ass. That's the one thing you don't want to do. There's a new app that in Vegas called the Resort app where you can actually hang by one of the big pools or get a cabana and not even stay at the hotel. A couple of my friends were talking about it, and those pools in Vegas are so big. So, I mean, they have the capacity to handle so many people. But if you're not staying there and you can hang out there for the day and even get a cabana, that's pretty cool. But it's an app in Vegas. It's called the Resort app. Check it out. But I know a couple of my friends have talked about it. I've seen a lot about it on Instagram. They were talking about it where you could just hang out for the day. It's basically like a day pass. Some hotels do have that even in our area. You have to check. Some don't. Some do. Really matters if the size of the place because they don't want people who are staying there. Not
Summertime, too, they offer a lot of deals because that's off-season for us.
Yeah.
So sometimes a lot of these nice hotels will offer day passes.
Which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
And they're very reasonable. I mean, I've seen ones where they were like $75, $50, or $100, depending on what you get. But it's something to think about if you want to go to a day for a pool and just relax. And Francis is right. There are some hotels down here in the summer that do offer this where you can just hang out for the day, which is cool. I think that's a great thing, especially in Vegas. I mean, you know, one of the big attractions for a lot of places in Vegas, obviously casinos, you can go anywhere you want. You have to stay there, but are the pools. So maybe you stay at a different place and then go, you know, if Caesars has it or the Wynn or a Cosmopolitan, any of the big pools that are there and have pool parties, you can utilize it and not have to stay. So could be a good thing to save some money if you guys are looking to do that. 877-927-6969.
And just quickly, so because I've been looking, I don't know if that Hard Rock, this is a Hard Rock hotel in New York City.
Oh, it is? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I thought it was down here.
No. And the stars were there, like John Legend and Chrissy Teigen and Martha Stewart, because they had a big party yesterday for the launch for the 60th anniversary.
Oh, for swimsuit.
For the swimsuit edition, and of course, because it's New York City, you did have a lot of the who's who were there.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the big party was last night, but they're going to have events all day. But yeah, they said that they celebrated the 60th anniversary issue at the Hard Rock Hotel in New York City.
Cool. That sounds like a lot of fun, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm off a couple states. It happens.
Whatever, who cares?
It's like the draft party.
I mean, you said Hard Rock. That's all that matters.
Google it. Yeah. You can't do everything for your people.
They did.
Jesus, I
And that's
know.
why I was like, because
Come on.
I'm going to be... We're doing something there. And so I was like, because I remember looking at the events calendar this week, and I was like, I don't remember seeing Sports Illustrated. So I just want to double check, just so people are like, I'm going to Hard Rock to check out Sports Illustrated swimsuit models.
Go anyway.
Yeah, there's
good
hotties and
time.
bikinis.
Don't lose your ass.
Yeah, just don't look
Exactly.
at it. Now I got to check this email. They invited me. I got to be like, where is this? You
Okay.
guys kidding me or what? My God. Hey, that's why you got to read emails, people.
Yeah.
Little details.
I should read some details.
Read some details. I'm not going to worry about
It's
it.
all right. Don't worry about it.
No,
I'm just
didn't
letting
think
you
you
know. I know. I'm surprised you actually started looking, to be honest with you.
No, he's looking at something else, actually. How about, you know what, you know what I love down there, too, with the Hard Rock is that the pool in the front, too, and that whole area that they have of water. You know what else has water?
What?
Rapids Water
It
Park.
does. Has lots of water.
They've got a little bit of water there. They've got 42 rides and attractions, and we want to send you there with a 4-pack of one-day passes. Give us a call right now, 877-927-6969, 877-927-6969. You want to ride the Mega Mayhem? I know I do, and so does Francis. And you can race each other, right? If I'm not mistaken. I saw a little bit on that, so that looks like a lot of fun. We want to send you there. We're going to play a little game called He Said, She Said. I've got a whole bunch of new quotes all lined up, ready to go. I'm going to read you one, and you just got to tell us, did Greek say it, did Franny say it, or did I, Jimmy, say it? And if you guess correctly, we're going to send you to Rapids for the day with a 4-pack of tickets. Phone lines are full, so I'm going to go get some people lined up, and we'll get going in a minute.
Thank you so much, Jimmy. Now, next weekend, Monroe's, and I know I'm right about that, they're going to have a big competition. Beautiful ladies are going to try to win $5,000. It's their tournament. They have it every year. This is the 11th year in a row. Next week at Monroe's, Thursday and Friday night. Beautiful ladies performing for you guys, and $5,000 on the line. That's next Thursday and Friday, Memorial Day weekend. I cannot believe it is here. And before you know it, it's going to be football season. But we're going to start first Memorial Day, and that's going to be next weekend. Don't forget the Panthers tonight. You can hear on Real Radio. That game, I believe, is at 7:30. They're taking on the Boston Bruins, and that's going to be Game 6. Let's go, Panthers. Let's get a W tonight and not even have a Game 7. We don't want a Game 7. Game 7s are up in the air, and anybody can win those. So Panthers tonight against the Boston Bruins on Real Radio 92.1. The phone lines are getting jammed up, but if you guys want to try an opportunity to get involved, try to call at 877-927-6969. Jimmy will get you on, and then from there, we will start the contest. It is Rapids Water Park, a great afternoon for 4 people.
Remind me after we do our giveaway. I have some information on, because you were talking about John Daly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
John Daly.
And there's a question in our text line, too, about it.
Yeah, I love him. I always think he's great. He's just so funny. I love his whole attitude. Crazy stories, like I said. 2 of the books I've read. I'm not a big reader. I probably read 3 in my life. 2 are his. And great books. And a lot of fun. And just John Daly being John Daly.
Mm-hmm.
His wife got arrested one time when he was at a golf tournament for bookmaking. Just crazy stuff. Amounts of money he lost in slot machines. And his diet, which is just so crazy to think that he ends up doing. And like I said, cigarettes, Snickers, Coke. That's not the average diet of an athlete today. But he's still doing good, and he has his own line of clothes, if you're a big golfer, that you might want to check out. Jimmy, are we ready?
We are ready, and we're starting today's contest with Curtis. He was the first one through. Curtis wants to go to Rapids. Hey, welcome to the show, buddy. How you doing today?
Thank you. Eating lunch.
Hi, Curtis. Everything going good, buddy?
Yeah, great. I'm eating lunch.
Oh, okay. You're eating lunch. Okay, sorry to bother you.
So, yeah. You want to call us back? All right, Curtis. Let's see if we can get you set up with a 4-pack of tickets to Rapids Water Park. All you got to do is say a name, Greek, Francis, or Jimmy. I'm going to read you a quote. Just let us know who said this. Here is your quote. Okay, here's a good one. Everybody has a different length in mind. Everybody has a different length in mind. Did Greek say that? Did Franny say that? Or did I, Jimmy, say that?
Jimmy.
And I'm going to say, I'm sorry. That was our good little buddy right over there. He's the one that says
everybody has a different length in their mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unfortunately, that one was Greek. Curtis, sorry about
Curtis.
that, buddy.
Enjoy your lunch.
Next up, we've got Vanessa on the line because she wants to go to Rapids Water Park. Vanessa, how you doing today?
Good.
How long have you been listening to Real Radio, Vanessa?
Oh, probably 20 years.
Wow. How long have you been listening to this show? Too long?
Since I moved to South Florida.
Wow.
About 13 years ago.
Wow.
All right.
That's
Well,
pretty
thank
good.
you. Thank you very much for all those years of listening, Vanessa. We certainly and truly appreciate it. So you know the game. You know how it's played. I'm going to read you a quote, and you got to guess who said it. Here is your quote. Let me find a good one for Vanessa here. Did you put your hand in your pocket, then you touched it? Did you put your hand in your pocket, then you touched it? Did Greek say that? Did Franny say that? Or did Jimmy, say that?
I'm going to go with Franny.
Yeah, and I'm going to go with a...
Nice job.
Yeah, right there. And let's see. That one was this right here.
Did you put your hand in your pocket and then you touched it?
That's it. That's from a little while ago,
Yeah,
actually.
congratulations.
Had that one around for a little bit. Vanessa, great job. I'm going to put you on hold. You know the drill. Hang tight for a minute, and we'll get back to you off air in about 3 minutes from now or so. So hang tight.
All right. So we're talking a little John Daly action, and somebody texted up 47142, started off with Real Radio. They said if a movie is made on the life of John Daly, the actors that would be perfect to play him would have been Chris Farley or John Candy, but obviously that won't happen. Who do you think would be perfect to portray him?
Thinking. Who would be good? Jonah Hill?
So that's interesting that you say that, because I would not have put him there, but it looks like back in 2022, there was an article saying that Jonah Hill is set to play him in an upcoming biopic, whatever you want to call it, about John Daly.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. So you're like, oh, they should make a movie. They said, yeah, it looks like Jonah Hill is set to play Daly in an upcoming biopic on the golfer. And they said that this is according to a report from Above the Line. Hill has shown versatility throughout his acting career, doing everything from comedies to dramas. And he wants to play him, and it looks like he's going to. So I don't know if they've already started filming, because this is 2022 where this article came out, or if they've even started any kind of production.
It's just a guess.
When I was, so I mean, that's, I don't know if I would have picked him. When I was thinking about this, I was like, you know who would do a great job?
Kevin Hart.
Just the identical. I mean,
Every time the kid gets everything.
You gotta bleach the hair, wear a wig, do whatever. But I think Danny McBride would do a good job with that too.
All right.
Yeah. And if you're not familiar with him, he's Eastbound and Down and all kinds of stuff. But I thought he would do a good job. Who do you think, Jimmy?
I don't really. I can't think of somebody in mind that would kind of depict him. He's got that nonchalant. I don't know, I'd have to get that some thought.
All right. And then we have watching golf on ESPN Plus. While listening to this radio fodder, Scotty Scheffler is playing as if the arrest was way behind him. The problem with all the golfers today is the wet weather conditions. Not not a minute before today's round, I think that's what it says. And then we also have Happy Friday, Franny, in honor of Scotty's crazy day. Could we hear Misspeak 38? Have a great weekend, all. This is from Casey in North Palm. So, yeah, it looks like he's playing all right.
Yeah, it's great for him. Happy. Yeah, again, mistake this morning on both sides. I'm sure it's already over with, and I'm sure people are going to ask him about it. But, again, it was a mistake, and thank God it didn't get worse.
And here you go. Here's your request.
This is your Greek Misspeak Review.
At the end of the day, it's what works for you.
Of course.
I mean, for me, you can get smacked all you want. I don't really. I'm used to it.
Yeah.
I'm always used to it. I mean, 99.100 girls I dated drank.
That makes sense to me.
And sometimes when somebody blocks you, it could actually be a benefit for you.
What?
Here's some good news. There is actually technology now where you can actually regenerate brain tissue.
I'm going to tell you about the boss, Bruce Springsteen, what he's got coming out, so you can circle your calendar. Actually, now I actually almost don't say something. Sorry, so I don't want to even do it. So
hello and welcome to this edition of What the Hell Just Happened?
I mean, you get beat up for business carrying.
Do you even know what you're trying to say?
Koepka got a double bogey on a par 5.
Speaking of golf,
that's great.
Awesome.
No. I think maybe that's why Casey picked that one. Could be.
She knows him better than we do.
It could be. So G-Man did find his email about the Hard Rock thing. Yeah, I can't. It's not on the Hard Rock's website, but he got a personal invite.
And it's tonight. It's this weekend. Mm-hmm. So believe it or not, I did read the email, right?
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow and Sunday. Excuse me. But it was this weekend. I did have a couple of my friends text me and ask him if I can give them my tickets. And I said, I don't think I could transfer them.
No?
No, I don't think I can.
Why don't you just go there and get the tickets and then hand them over?
That's a lot for me to do.
Yeah. And, I mean, with everything he does for everybody every day.
Yeah, it's not. I don't really like these guys.
It's not worth it.
That too, yeah.
Great. I got a big cigar opening in Saturday night at the Empire in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I can't be at two places
Got
at once.
it.
But if they want to pay me money, maybe I could do it. But actually, I did read the email right. So, all right, G-Man, way to be.
Spike the ball.
Oh, my God, I got something right.
So I would imagine then all the Hard Rocks are doing it then. Is that the idea?
They had the kick.
Something this weekend?
They had the kickoff party in New York last night.
Oh, that was last night in New York? And then this weekend it'll be down here?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be Saturday and Sunday down here. That's what it's shown by their pool.
Okay.
I wonder if that's invitation only. That's why you can't find it on the Hard Rocks website or anything like that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
Well, that would make sense.
But at least I thought I got it right because the NFL draft party, I had the wrong location. I told people to go to stadium, and it wasn't at the stadium. I was like, my God. People were like, Greek, it's not even at the stadium. I'm like, all right, whatever. There's a draft party. You got to find it. Can't do everything. Jeez-oo. It is the Penthouse on a great Friday. And I hope you guys are having a great day. And I hope you guys have a perfect weekend. Don't forget the Panthers tonight on Real Radio. Jacked up for that. Let's go.
Let's get this win.
Yeah.
Let's not go to Game 7.
Yeah, finish it now.
Yes.
Get it done. Win Game 4 or win your fourth game. And then you know you're taking on the Rangers. You can prepare for that.
It's going to be a tough series, the Rangers. They all are as you go deeper into playoffs. But that'll be the Rangers have home ice.
I think you're right. That's going to be their cup. That'll, almost.
Yeah,
I mean, even though it's the one more step to the Stanley Cup, I think that'll be their biggest competition.
Yeah, I think so too. I think whoever comes out, if it's the Panthers, hopefully, and the Rangers, I think will win. And we'll see if the OJ streak continues with the Rangers. Last time they won was 94, and now they're doing it again. OJ passed, so I got a good buddy of mine who bet some serious money because of that factor. He goes, I'm going to take the Rangers. This is their year. We'll see. I mean, who the hell knows? All these crazy things, if they work out, you look back and say, oh, I should have did it. But didn't make sense at the time, but neither do I. It is the Penthouse, and we're going to come back with some fun facts about zebras.
No, it's actually NASCAR day, so I have some facts. Yep. All right. When we get back on Real Radio 92.1.
When you give up trying to teach your parents how to use their smart speaker and take it home, tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
Hi, everyone. I'm Doug Plagens, radio voice of your Florida Panthers. The Panthers visit the Boston Bruins tonight at 7 for Game 6 of their second round best-of-7 Stanley Cup playoff series. The Panthers lead the series 3-2. Catch all the action live tonight at 7 right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
It's been a pretty nice drive here along our expressways, 95 and the Turnpike, currently accident-free and flowing freely. Again, we are looking at that road work here on Lakeview Avenue westbound at Flagler Drive, blocking your left lane, and construction Southern Boulevard westbound at the Turnpike. The left lane is blocked. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive, they're making things even easier. They'll help you bundle your home and car insurance together so you can save money on both. Learn more at Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. Again, that's Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's of Palm Beach, where beautiful ladies are there 7 days a week, and Friday nights is Fetish Fridays. 5-star menu and beautiful ladies, and if you like UFC, you can always catch a big fight at Monroe's of Palm Beach. And their feature tournament is coming up Memorial Day weekend, so make sure you make your plans now to see the beautiful ladies perform at the highest level. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach, beautiful ladies, 7 days a week. Peace!
I'm Scott Smith with Smith Ball, Baez, and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. If you've been injured in a car accident in Palm Beach County or the Treasure Coast, call us to schedule a free consultation at one of our offices located in Palm Beach Gardens, Port St. Lucie, or Boca Raton. If you've been in an accident, the lawyers at Smith Ball, Baez, and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith Ball, Baez, and Prather, help is just a phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
Joint pain. It's something that can literally stop us in our tracks.
At QC Kinetics, we offer a revolutionary specialized course of treatment perfected over 10 years that can eliminate your pain. Our regenerative therapies actually repair damaged tissue, restoring the joint and eliminating the pain, not masking it with drugs or risky invasive surgery. If you suffer with joint pain, arthritis, age, degeneration, or a sports injury and have been told you need knee, hip, shoulder, or back surgery, QC Kinetics offers revolutionary non-surgical solutions with actual regrowth of your own tissue with no downtime and long-lasting results. Call right now and set up your free examination with one of our highly specialized doctors at one of our 6 leading-edge clinics in Palm Beach, Broward, and Miami. Experience VIP medical care at its best. Call right now and see how you can get your first treatment free. Call 800-375-1971. That's 800-375-1971. 800-375-1971.
Help the planet with a tip from iHeartRadio Earth. Education doesn't just take place in the classroom. There are many ways children of all ages can learn about sustainability and the environment at home. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Earth for a list of resources, activity guides, and toolkits that are educational and fun for the whole family. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living, or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheet. Less static in your life? Yeah, it's the sheet. Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet. Oh, so soft fabric? Ooh la la. It's the sheet. Less wrinkles on your clothes? You know it's the sheet. Bounce dryer sheets. More freshness, more softness. Less static, less wrinkles. It's the sheet.
Does every mother count? Because not every mother survives. Last year, in the U.S. alone, 1,200 moms died from complications of pregnancy and childbirth, and the risk of dying is 3 times greater for Black women in the U.S. compared to white women, making the U.S. one of the most dangerous high-resource countries in the world to give birth. Join Every Mother Counts at everymothercounts.org to help ensure that everyone has timely access to quality, respectful, and equitable maternity care. If we all come together, we can ensure that every mother really does count.
Real Radio weather.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. We have another warm afternoon ahead of us. Mostly cloudy skies to get us there. Afternoon highs will be in the mid and upper 90s throughout the area. We are expecting a few isolated showers this afternoon to form along that sea breeze and then push back up north towards the coast throughout the dinner time and later evening hours.
This report is sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment.
Summit Racing has the parts and accessories to keep your ride summer road trip ready. Choose from millions of parts in stock. Shop summitracing.com. Use promo code RADIO for $10 off an order of $100 or more. Exclusions apply. Offer ends June 2nd, 2024.
This hurricane season is predicted to be extreme. Is your house ready? Call Castle Impact today for a free estimate. 561-683-4811. High quality, made in-house. Protect your investment. CastleImpactWindows.com. Your Operation Stormwatch headquarters.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
You been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. For $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword WIN at realradio921.com. That's WIN. Enter it now at realradio921.com, and good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
So after listening to all of the great information I get on the Penthouse and the Greek Zone, okay, I took the Cavaliers at 15.5, hit that one. Took the Rangers to win, hit that one last night. And now for the third leg of this parlay, I need the Panthers to win by 1.5 goals. I got that all at the robust price of plus 1,042. Let's go, Panthers. Give me a growl, Franny. Peace.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Jeremy, great parlay, buddy. Hope you hit it. Gives me something else to root for the Panthers tonight, man. Let's do it. I hope you win. Let's get a cigar and celebrate. Let's go, Panthers. Jimmy's in house.
Hello, and good afternoon.
And Francis is here.
Hey, what's going on?
And it's time for a Florida Fun Fact.
It's Franny's Fun Fact. Alrighty, so it is a few holidays, Endangered Species Day. It's also National Pizza Party Day, if you were listening earlier in the show. You remember having to read like 100 books over the summer? You probably didn't have to do that. When I went to school, you had to read like 100 books over the summer, and then you would get a pizza party.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
It's a goal. How many books? Can we make it 20?
I know, 100 was a lot.
That's a lot. Did you ever do it?
Every year. But I mean, they didn't have to be like full-on novels. You're in elementary school.
Wow, that's still amazing.
Yeah, it was
100. Wow, you just do everything right.
I wanted pizza. I wanted a pizza party. And it is NASCAR Day. Oh, it's also National Pinot Grigio Day. I know how much you like Pinot Grigio, G-Man.
Oh, give me a grade.
So, yes, it is NASCAR Day. So I have some interesting facts about NASCAR. It says NASCAR history started December 1947. Bill France Sr., a mechanic and auto shop owner, organized a meeting on December 14th, and the idea of NASCAR was born. It was realized the following year, and France would become the first president and a driving force behind the growth of the sport. His son, Bill France Jr., would take the National Association of Stock Car Auto Racing to new levels of popularity after taking it over as the CEO back in 1972. They said that NASCAR Facts and History show that the first NASCAR-specific track opened in 1950, and this was first dedicated to the circuit. It was the Darlington Raceway in South Carolina. So, of course, many soon after followed, including the first Daytona 500 race, which was held in 1959, February 22nd. It's my dad's birthday. It took 61 hours to declare the winner by a photo finish. 61 hours. It was Lee Petty, the father of Richard Petty, was declared the first winner of the Daytona 500. Did you guys know that?
No, I did not.
It was on the Daytona Beach.
There you go.
Half of it, half the track.
And I know you, Jimmy, you know a bit about NASCAR. According to official NASCAR stats, who is the most successful driver in the history of NASCAR racing?
Well, Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt Sr.
Richard Petty.
Two of them.
He has won 200 races.
Wow.
Almost double number 2, who was David Pearson.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Jeff Gordon is at number 3 on the internal list with only 93 wins, they say. Regarding the records set by drivers that are still active, Kyle Busch's NASCAR stats are also impressive at 59 wins. Let's see, 3 drivers.
The big thing with that though is they would have 3 or 4 races a week back in the day when Richard Petty ran. So and then, of course now you only have 1 a week, so it's a little hard to catch
up to
Richard
his record
Petty because of that. And then of course nowadays
200
it's
a lot.
completely different. It's like football in the 50s compared to now. It's there's a lot of things that are different, but that's one of the reasons he has so many. But he's the king.
Yeah, they say 3 drivers have won 7 championships. Many drivers raced in, but only the greats Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt, and Jimmy Johnson have won 7 championships each. They said Johnson's 7 titles include 5 impressive consecutive titles between 2006 and 2010. We also have on here, this is NASCAR Day, that the Martinsville Speedway is the Cup Series shortest track, according to NASCAR numbers, at .526 miles. Martinsville takes the crown for the shortest track on the calendar of the Cup Series. That is not very long at all, huh?
No.
Yep. They said the Speedway is also the only one to hold Cup Series races since its inception in 1949.
Pretty much just looks like a circle of cars just constantly going around.
That's it. It's a tiny circle.
Yeah, just because you get so many cars in there, it's hard to break. Like, where's the front and the back?
Yeah, they say that there's actually 24 tracks in the NASCAR Cup Series. And that NASCAR tracks can vary significantly in size and length, obviously. They're tracks shorter than 1 mile are called short tracks. That makes sense. And everything over 1 mile is a speedway or an intermediate track. They said due to their size and speed regulators, 2 tracks at Daytona and Talladega are called super speedways, which I did not know any of this. And then we have a couple statistics here with attendance. The first race at Daytona International Speedway had 41,000 spectators. How many does it bring in now? I was saying if that was the first.
That's another one where it's like a lot of stadiums. It depends on the track.
Okay.
Obviously, a larger track, more seats.
Yep.
Depending.
Okay.
Some tracks do better. The super speedways do better nowadays, but the fandom's really kind of tailed off the past few years.
That's what they're saying. The stat does say that it is definitely
like Bristol.
Trailing off.
You used to have to wait for somebody to die basically to get seats there, right? Daytona was that way. Indianapolis 500, same type of thing, right? Because they were just sold out each year. But now I think they had maybe half the stands were full at Bristol this year.
Okay. Yeah, they say that Richard Petty holds a lot of all-time records. Most wins, 200. Most poles, 123. Most consecutive wins, 10. Most wins in a season, 27.
Wow.
J.D. McDuffie went 653 races without a win. They said that.
No kidding.
Let's see here. We also have Jeff Gordon made 797 consecutive starts, the most of any driver. And then let's see, the largest number of cars that have started a race in NASCAR history was 82 cars started the race. This says we have to go back in time for this one. 1951 at the Southern 500. It was 82 cars started the race, and pole sitter Frank Mundy finished last, which means he lost 81 spots. A record that will never be beaten, they claim. What is the average amount of cars to start?
43.
Okay.
Something like that, 41.
God, so 82 sounds like a lot on a track, huh?
Yeah, busy day.
Very busy day. And there you go for your NASCAR fun facts.
Thank you, Francis. Great job as always with some fun facts. We do it every day at 5 after 12. Jimmy, do we have a couple people on hold?
We do. We're going to start our phone calls with Jorge. He's been waiting the longest. Jorge, welcome to the show. How you doing today, pal?
Howdy.
Howdy.
Howdy. That's something new for you.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Jimmy, you seem to know a lot about NASCAR, huh?
Not as much anymore. I mean, I really haven't followed it too much recently, but back in the day, I watched it for a minute in the 80s and 90s for the most part, and then my interest for it kind of fell off when they started making rules. It just didn't make sense to me.
Right. Now, do you know what NASCAR stands for?
Well, I know the real reason, but I want you to tell me your version of it, and I'm ready on the dump button.
Okay. No, there's nothing bad. All it is non-athletic sport centered around rednecks.
Okay, there you go. That's not bad. We can let that one air.
Yeah.
Don't be offended.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
like that. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm not prejudiced. That's one thing I'm not. A lot of people think I am, but I'm not.
Bueller? Anyone buying that? I don't like that.
Just a bit outside.
Nice. I don't like Armani or brunettes. What else you got, buddy?
Nothing. The Panthers.
Yes.
I think they're going to get the series evened up tonight in Boston.
It's going to be a good game. Again, last year, if you remember, it was the opposite way. Boston was up 3-1. They had the best record in hockey, and Panthers beat them 3 in a row. Hopefully that doesn't happen here. I think if Boston wins tonight, obviously the pressure is going to be on the Panthers coming home. In Game 7, anything can happen. So the Rangers closed it out last night. Maybe we can on the road, and hopefully we can.
Oh, yeah. I just hope the officials call everything, you know.
Well, you know that in the playoffs.
Dirty calls.
Yeah, in the playoffs, they like to let them play in all sports. Same thing with hockey. So we'll see. I think it's going to be a good game. It's going to be exciting. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, well, they got to keep the non-calls even, you know. They can't one-sided, you know.
Well, every game you hope that, Jorge, in any sport. You don't want anybody to have an advantage because then obviously it could, alter the game.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. That's exactly what happened.
Jorge, I can't fix the world, bro. I mean, I'm only one man, and my shoulders are tired.
You sure, Greg?
I'm not. Sometimes I wonder, is there two of me? I love you, buddy. You're the best.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you guys have a good weekend.
You're the best, Jorge. You're like birthday candles that never blow out.
You keep Vero in check up there, will you?
Yeah.
Attaboy.
All right, love you. Jimmy, you have somebody else?
We do. We got our buddy Anthony checking in with the Penthouse. Hey, Anthony, what's going on, bud?
Hey, what's up, Penthouse? How's everyone doing?
We're doing super, Anthony. Thanks for asking.
Gee, I got to ask you a personal question, if you don't mind.
Oh, sure. I'll probably lie to you, but go ahead.
Probably. Probably.
It's not that I want to lie to you. It's that if you ask me a question I don't think it's any of your business, I lie.
Yeah,
you got to lie. I mean, that's just the way I look at it, but go ahead.
Did J-Lo call yet?
I don't kiss and tell. I don't kiss and tell. I told her not to go back to Ben. She liked that sweatsuit, and she was like, I got to have it.
She going back to A-Rod?
Wow, imagine that. Ooh, I got to look into that. Thanks, Jimmy.
You're welcome.
Wow, that could be an offshore bet. Yeah, it sort of bothered me that Ben and J-Lo are supposedly on the rocks.
Yeah. Especially after you lost 300 on it.
Yeah, thank you. I want to believe in love, and that people can rekindle and get back. And it was their whole movie and the whole big thing. And it's a very sad day. With that Red Lobster closing, I'm surprised I'm at work today.
Yeah, we know what she's going to do. She's going to call you and say, my mom was right. It should have been you. But just hang up. Don't fall for that trap.
She's tough to hang up on, I got to be honest with you. But we'll see what happens. I'd rather see her and Ben work it out, to be honest, than me bail her out again.
If you're listening to the show right now, listen to the Greek Zone at 2. I'm going to be ready with my legal pad and my mom point.
Well, let me ask you a question, if I could ask you a personal question. What do you do during the day? What do you do?
I listen to Real Radio 92.1.
Okay. Sounds
That's
good.
his job.
Sounds like a smart man, if you ask me.
So, do you still have the same girl in your life?
Yeah, well, I do sales, and and I work for, I thank God, I work with a family, and I have the luxury of, having a radio on, or I can listen to whatever I want while I work. So that's why I get to listen to you all day.
Oh, okay. You work with her family, you said?
No, my family.
Oh, okay. All right. But again, you're getting like me. You're not answering a question. You're asking me another question. Are you still with the same girl?
Oh no, that was the answer to your previous question.
You asked him first what he does.
Well, I didn't you didn't answer me, so now I don't care. Now we're asking about
why am I so confused?
Are you with the same girl?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm happy for you. She seems like a very nice girl. We met you at our event, so hold on to her. Hard girl. Good girls are hard to find.
Not very smart, clearly, but.
Goes without
No? Too soon?
No. It seems like she makes a lot of bad decisions.
At least one. I love you, Anthony.
We love you, Anthony. You kidding me? You had a cherry on cherry pie.
What are you trying to do? You trying to set me up with somebody? What are you trying to do?
Absolutely not. I would never set you up with anybody I know. Why? I don't think you're a quality person.
Aren't you glad it's called? Never gets old.
It never does. Some things don't. Anthony, we love you. But if I knew a nice girl, I would set her up for myself.
All right, Greek Zone, 2 o'clock. I'm gonna be ready. My ballpoint pen.
All right, little buddy, stay out of trouble.
What do you like? You like Bruins or Panthers? What do you think?
I know hockey. Everything I pick is out of this world. I mean, the Carolina, they were up 3 goals yesterday.
3-1.
Yep.
Oh my God! I mean, how do you pick? I like the Pacers today. Pacers today, Greek Zone, 2 o'clock. I'm gonna be ready.
All right, buddy. Stay
Sounds
out of
good.
trouble.
Take care, bud.
Jimmy, do we have time for a new Greek misspeak?
We sure do. It's that time of day where we play this week's new Greek misspeak in review. Send in your request to 47142 is the text line. Start off that text with Real Radio.
This is your Greek Misspeak Review.
The 5 position, pole position, is the one that is won the most. Also, horses that start with the word S.
Did he say word?
Dude, you're going to hit a couple times. I'm going to hit you back. And when I do, I let it go. 9/10 out of 10.
I need a translator from the Y side of things.
Hopefully, we have a better May than we did April. April was one of the worst Mays Miles have had.
Oh, my God, me too.
Indiana Pacers tonight. I think a lot of people like them, too, to slap back them. And how's baseball? You treating you on the baseball? What did you think last night? Big surprise last night. I mean, the dogs were barking.
Don't use big words you don't understand.
The Texas, world champs. They're big one favorites.
Big one. Big ones.
That's a big tin for.
The odds are stacked against them 0-2 over the history of the NBA when a team is down 0-2. So 0-3 is a little bit worse.
Well, I'll be damned.
Makes sense.
Makes sense to me.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
It does. I mean, sometimes when I listen to these, I get a little worried, to be honest with you.
Do you? Why?
For
You're like, am I
who?
okay?
For us?
Is everything okay with me?
I don't know. I sometimes I drive and it gets to me and I get teary-eyed and I just think, is it over?
Is this the end?
My beautiful voice again.
So something speaking of talking, we haven't brought this up, and I didn't even have it in my topics then, but I wanted because I've been looking into it and I saw what the NFL had to say. So Harrison Butker with the Kansas City Chiefs. Did you hear about his commencement speech that he did?
Yeah, a lot of
I
people-
heard the commencement speech.
Yeah.
And he got a lot of crap from it, and a lot of people have been talking about it. It's celebrities. They were talking about it on The View. And specifically women are upset. He is a kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. And they said that with his 20-minute commencement speech, he was booed by a few women, and they said at the time they're like looking around, women are, and going, is this real right now? Like, is he really saying this? And if you're not familiar, he had some pretty controversial things to say, specifically about how he's getting criticism for suggesting that women find more fulfillment through getting married and having children than by pursuing careers, is what he said in it.
That's basically it.
And then he's telling men to be men, but then he's crying, and everybody's just like, what's happening right now? But the NFL issued a statement, and they were like, we want you to know that his comments do not reflect the views of this league. So they're even like trying to separate themselves from what he had to say.
And like a lot of guys in sports and all sports, nobody even knew who he was. Yeah. All right. He is a fantastic kicker for the Chiefs. He's an all-pro, but 9 out of 10 people couldn't even name him. The guy doesn't miss. He's a really good kicker. They are talking that there are a lot of people who are, obviously not happy what he said. And there's a lot of people who are saying, hey, we are happy what he said. And that's just our society.
Of course.
And when he goes out and he speaks, the other thing is that when you are involved with a team or a league, you do represent them. I mean, when you go out there and you speak. And the NFL obviously considers it that much that they had to bring a statement out for all the things that the guys do in the NFL off the field. And there is a lot of crazy stuff that a lot of people look at not good. I mean, they made a comment about this. They got
a lot of pressure, too.
I'm sure.
Because people associated him with the Chiefs,
Of
right?
course.
So, even though he wasn't there speaking on behalf of the Chiefs, he wasn't there with the Chiefs uniform, he wasn't there with the Chiefs hat on, but everybody said, oh, well, Chiefs should fire him.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, the NFL got a lot of pressure, and I'm not surprised that Roger Goodell, or I don't know if it came directly from him or somebody from the NFL, would address it for sure.
It's one of those situations, too, where we talk about in sports, he's very good at his craft. He's one of the best kickers in the NFL. I would be surprised if the Chiefs, traded him or cut him or anything like that. That's just my opinion. But again,
he holds the record, or is it the kicker from Baltimore?
For the longest?
Yeah, for a field goal.
The kicker from Baltimore.
It is Baltimore. Okay, I wasn't sure. But he's got a record. He's got some sort of record, and I don't remember. I thought I read when all this stuff's going on.
I think most consecutive kickoffs. I mean, the field goals, something like that. Season.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
he's one of the best ones.
Yeah,
I mean, he really is.
Yeah.
But again, if he didn't make the speech, nobody even knows his name.
Of course.
I mean, they really don't. Like Jimmy said, it's not like he had a Chief jersey on or anything like that. Yeah. But again, when ball players are out in society and they do things or say things, it's always going to come back to the NFL or to the team. So, like Jimmy said, there's probably pressure they got on him, and I don't think there's anything they could do to him. I don't think they could fine
but
him.
It's just controversial, very polarizing comments talking about how the world around us. I mean, saying that they should have Catholic pride, not the deadly sin sort of pride that has an entire month dedicated to it. Like, he's saying all these things that really don't belong in a commencement speech, and people are, of course, gonna call him out.
The only thing I'm surprised about it, and you hear it every year with speeches with graduation, and I guess it's a no, is that somebody doesn't check the speech, no matter who it is. Like, can we see what you're going to say? And I'm always surprised about that because it seems every year there are a couple speeches that go off the rails. And I know that people can change them and bring different speeches, but it doesn't seem like they pick somebody and say, go ahead, go up there. And I would think if I ran a university, I would tell somebody, hey, let's look at this. Let's see what he or she wants to say.
Well, saying this, and I want to preface this is very important. I'm not necessarily defending him. He's a Catholic that gave a Catholic speech about Catholicism at a Catholic school. Mm-hmm. So, with Catholic beliefs. Mm-hmm. So, it wasn't way off the rails, per se. But that makes it sound like I'm defending him, and I don't necessarily want to do that. I'm just, it's, I think, an important piece here.
Yeah, of course. And again, when you're asking somebody to speak, you're sending a message to the graduates.
But I would also suggest listen to it before you make an opinion versus just going by what some news anchor wants you to think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the reports that are out there.
That's
it.
Yeah. Listen to it.
Yeah, I don't think the NFL does anything. They might have talked to him about it. Maybe the Chiefs called him up and just said in the future, be careful, different things like that. But I think it would have been, he's not like he's on a podcast or talking, in the street or whatever. But people are going to have a comment. No matter what you do, people are going to have comments, good and bad.
Yeah.
And that's life. We talk about it all the time.
And those type of comments in today's day and age are controversial. Mm-hmm. Even at a Catholic school, they are controversial.
Yeah, because not only did the people obviously hear him at the school and they weren't happy about it, but other people who heard the speech. And then you're going to get more opinions. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Friday. So I hope you guys are getting ready for a great weekend. We're going to come back with a trifecta. Franny's going to tell us some things about the month of May, and she's going to be shocked that I know something, okay? And I didn't even look it up. Just somebody said it, and it stuck in my head. So we're going to come back, and I might surprise her. Probably not. We'll be back. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
My parents told me years later that they were supposed to. I was supposed to have like leg braces.
Really? Like Forrest Gump?
Yeah, like Forrest Gump.
The News Junkie, weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
95 and the Turnpike, both up to speed for the Friday commute. We do have road work slowing us down Southern Boulevard West, right at the Turnpike. We have a left lane block. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey guys, Chef Justin with Fresh from Florida here, reminding you that the best part of summer is already here. Locally grown, fresh from Florida watermelon. Fresh from Florida, there's sunshine in every bite.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheet. Less static in your life? Yeah, it's the sheet. Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet. Oh, so soft fabric? Ooh la la. It's the sheet. Less wrinkles on your clothes? You know it's the sheet. Bounce dryer sheets. More freshness, more softness. Less static, less wrinkles. It's the sheet.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
You're a Florida homeowner. You understand severe weather. But did you know that everyday elements like sun, rain, heat, and humidity can also wreak havoc on your home? From hurricanes to heat waves, StormSmart can protect your home 365 days a year. With storm catcher screens, aluminum shutters, and impact windows and doors. They're each designed to look great, increase your living space, and provide the protection you deserve, because smart is made to last. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty, that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Okay, I'll admit, I'm probably not the first guy that comes to mind when you think of home decor. But just because I like my tool cabinet where the china cabinet ought to be, doesn't mean I don't know how to stage your house for the best resale price. You don't need to read shiny architecture magazines to know curb appeal is a powerful influence on the price of your house. And that dented, old lime green garage door is not saying much from the curb. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. A new garage door is the best return on home improvements when it comes time to sell your house. Better than a new bathroom or fancy kitchen reno. A new garage door will increase the price by thousands of dollars and put people in a buying mood the moment they arrive. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it nice. It's also good feng shui, whatever that is.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Joint pain. It's something that can literally stop us in our tracks. At QC Kinetics, we offer a revolutionary specialized course of treatment perfected over 10 years that can eliminate your pain. Our regenerative therapies actually repair damaged tissue, restoring the joint and eliminating the pain, not masking it with drugs or risky invasive surgery. If you suffer with joint pain, arthritis, age, degeneration, or a sports injury and have been told you need knee, hip, shoulder, or back surgery, QC Kinetics offers revolutionary non-surgical solutions with actual regrowth of your own tissue with no downtime and long-lasting results. Call right now and set up your free examination with one of our highly specialized doctors at one of our 6 leading-edge clinics in Palm Beach, Broward, and Miami. Experience VIP medical care at its best. Call right now and see how you can get your first treatment free. Call 800-375-1971. That's 800-375-1971. 800-375-1971.
Paid actor portrayal.
Life can be so unpredictable. After losing my dad, it made me think about my family if something were to happen to me. I had heard about life insurance through Ethos and how easy it was to get coverage. They were right. In 10 minutes, I was covered. And boom, family protected.
Ethos fast and easy online term life insurance up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
When you get nachos, tacos, empanadas, spicy queso with jalapenos, Pepto-Bismol's there. Pepto-Bismol provides fast, effective relief from nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. All the things that can happen unexpectedly on vacation. So before you travel, pack the Pepto. Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
We used to argue about whose turn it was to clean the gutters, but then I had Leaf Filter gutter protection installed.
Wait, I told you Leaf Filter had free inspections and estimates and a lifetime guarantee.
Meaning we never have to argue about whose turn it is to clean the gutters again.
But I visited leaffilter.com/beacon first.
No, I did.
It doesn't matter who. Visit leaffilter.com/beacon to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off today.
See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. 1 discount per household.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheet. Less static in your life? Yeah, it's the sheet. Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet. Oh, so soft fabric. Ooh la la. It's the sheet. Less wrinkles on your clothes. You know it's the sheet. Bounce dryer sheets. More freshness, more softness. Less static, less wrinkles. It's the sheet.
Robert Half research indicates 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. Robert Half is here to help. Their recruiting professionals use proprietary AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. We have another warm afternoon ahead of us. Mostly cloudy skies to get us there. Afternoon highs will be in the mid and upper 90s throughout the area. We are expecting a few isolated showers this afternoon to form along that sea breeze and then push back up north towards the coast throughout the dinner time and later evening hours.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive, they're making things even easier. They'll help you bundle your home and car insurance together so you can save money on both. Learn more at progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. Again, that's progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
16th Minute of Fame is the new weekly podcast hosted by me, Jamie Loftus. And every week, we take a closer look at an internet character of the day. Bean Dad, The Dress, 30 to 50 Feral Hogs. If you knew what any of those were, you spend too much time online. And I do too. Who are they? What made them notorious? Why did the internet choose them? And what does a person do when they get more attention than the human psyche can handle? Listen to 16th Minute of Fame on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search 16th Minute of Fame.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
Real Radio 92.1. We are an iHeart radio station. Listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is the Penthouse on a Friday. Everybody's always a little bit jacked up for Friday because it's the weekend, and Friday night you go out and you get blank-faced and do a lot of crazy things and then talk about it Saturday. So have a good weekend, everybody, and stay out of trouble. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
Franny's having a little bit of a hard time with a mic, but doing a great job, by the way.
Hi.
It won't stay in front of your face?
That's fine.
It's all over you.
I know.
If you stick that pin into the hole, maybe a little bit more.
Stick a pin in a hole?
Yeah, a little further there.
Oh, Jesus.
There you go. See, now you pulled it out of the hole.
Now Greek.
Greek will get it in there for you.
Thank you.
Look at that. No lube or anything.
Okay. All right.
Pretty tight fit.
Better.
Nope. No, it's not.
It's not going to just stand at attention. You got to do something.
Yeah.
Guess I'll hold it.
That'll work.
It's an hour and a half.
This is why you should be tuned in to Real TV so that you can see what's going on.
It was fine. It was fine.
working
I
great.
know. It was fine until just now.
How about if you straighten the arm out and extend it and then push your seat down? No? Isn't that better?
No, it's in her neck.
You want to take my seat? I'll sit over
No,
there?
it's fine.
You're more important to me.
It's okay.
Time for the trifecta.
Really got that out.
Let's go, Rangers. Rangers won last night. They beat Carolina, and they are in the Eastern Conference Finals. Hats off to the Rangers. But tonight we got the Panthers game. Franny's still having a hard time with her mic. The Panther game as they were taking on Boston. And what do we say when we play Boston? Boston sucks. Let's go, Panthers. You can hear them on Real Radio tonight. Let's go, Cats. Give us a growl and hopefully win. We want them to get us out of the way and then face the Rangers. That's going to be a great series. Oh, yeah, Panthers are jacked up. They are. They're ready to go. Last night, Caitlin Clark played her home debut. Not a good night for Caitlin.
Full house, though.
Yeah, was sold out.
Yeah.
And I said this to Jimmy last week. A couple of my friends were I just hope this stays because I think if she doesn't turn around quickly, and I'm not saying, she's a rookie. It's going to take time, but people's thought process, I wonder all the hype's going to drop. Last night was not a good game. She only scored 9 points. Tomorrow, she's at Madison Square Garden. She's taking on the Liberty again.
I mean, we've seen it where sometimes college doesn't translate to the pros. Yeah. And not just that, you were mentioning before she even started that a lot of the pros were talking S about her.
Yeah, I think it was
coming
a
in.
lot of jealousy. I think then I thought the WNBA players should have been more of, hey, this is great for all of us because we're all going to win. She had
Yes.
something to do with the plans changing, playing, excuse me. There have been some girls that have gotten new big endorsement deals since this, and she's putting eyes on it. But they did come down on her a little hard and saying, hey, it's not going to be college, and, you know, you got a lot of tough defense. And it is, but it's only game 2. So I hope that she can bounce back on Saturday at the Garden. That's going to be a whole different crowd. It is the Mecca for basketball, Madison Square Garden. But I do think no matter what happens, she has to talk to the media. She passed last night, and I don't think that's a great look. So we'll see what happens with that. But hopefully Caitlin Clark turns it around. The NFL schedules came out, and everybody's talking about them. Our Dolphins have a lot of prime games, and the Jets have 6 in the first 11 games. That is a ton, and the NFL executive said they owe us because of last year. The Jets last year, Aaron Rodgers got knocked out after 4 plays. I guess the goal this year is can he make 5 plays? I mean, that's the goal, and if he does that, then it'll be a good year. So we'll see what happens with the NFL, and the Marlins are taking on the Mets, and the Yankees are one of the hottest teams in the American League. They're in first place, and they are trying to sign Soto to a big contract. He turned down $440 million from the Washington Nationals a couple years ago. Steinbrenner said, you know what? We are negotiating right now. They might get a deal done in season. That'd be great for the Yankees. That kid is a star, and he's a young star. Probably the youngest star the Yankees have had since Jeter and Bernie Williams and all that crew, Posada, in a long, long time. Yankees can't let him walk out of the stadium. And that is your trifecta, sponsored by Pep Capital. Peace.
Well, we often see results of polls, and sometimes we wonder how they ever got to that number. And I've got one here that is going to prove that 29% of people lied. Out of 1,500 people that took an online poll with these options, would you rather be... Let's see. I got to find this here. Okay. Would you rather be more attractive, 5 times more attractive, 5 times richer, or 5 times smarter, meaning your IQ would be 5 times. All right, so that was the poll. The question was asked. Would you rather be 5 times richer, 5 times more attractive, or 5 times more smarter? And 29% of respondents lied and said they'd rather be smarter.
Not giving them money.
Anybody buying that?
No.
Anybody?
Nope.
Anybody? Nope. Didn't
5
think so.
times richer, please.
Mm-hmm.
All day long. Because the money will make you attractive.
1,500 people took an online poll with those options, and, of course, they said smarter. That is not even close. 29% was the number. 5 times richer was at 28%, so it was a close second. 5 times more attractive was 16%. There were some other options, too. 5 times your current mental strength came in at 15%, and that is defined as working well under pressure or being more mentally resilient. 5 times stronger physically got 6% of the vote, and 5 times more popular got 6% of the vote as well. I'm sure most people who have really given that option out there, I think, would take the money.
No doubt.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking the money.
And I don't think that's being shallow or whatever, but come on. If you have money, all those things on a list you can get. You'll be popular with 5 times more money.
Yeah, you will.
All right? You'll be more attractive to some people.
I don't know how well your mental strength will be. In the beginning, it'll be great, but who knows after the facts. But yeah, physical strength, you could get yourself a personal trainer with the money that you have.
And your mental strength, you'll be happy because you look at your checking account and you go, look at this.
Yeah, but you
Cash.
could in the beginning, but then it's like everybody's hounding you and, you know, it's fake friends and stuff. That could definitely
It's all fake anyway. Who
But
cares?
then again, 5 times more of nothing is nothing.
Yeah.
There's that, too.
It's facts.
I wouldn't have said it better if I could. 5 times more than nothing is nothing. There you have it.
So we are well into the month of May, over halfway through the month of May. But I just saw this, and I'm curious about how much we know about the month of May. This is testing how much knowledge we have. And I'm not going to go through because there's a lot of questions on here. It's 40 trivia questions. But we're going to start with simple questions, trivia about this month of May. When does Mother's Day fall in the United States?
May 12th. Usually.
In general. Not this year.
Oh, I don't know. I know it's a Sunday, but I don't know what day.
What's it, like the second Sunday of the
Yep,
month or
the
something
second
like that?
Sunday
right?
of May. Yep, that is the correct answer. Yep, the second Sunday of May, Mother's Day always falls on. What is traditional? This is I know this because May is my birth month, but do you know what the traditional birthstone is for those born in May?
Oh, no, I don't. I don't know birthstones.
Ruby?
Nope.
Jemmy.
Jemmy?
Yeah.
What is a Jemmy?
That's when you go to Julie's store in the back.
That's a gem. That's a gem that I have. I call it a Jemmy.
You're a gem.
It is an emerald.
Oh, that's pure green. I love that.
Yes. Which influential civil rights leader was born on May 19th, 1925?
Oh, man. I don't know.
I'm going to go with Martin Luther King Jr.
That would be incorrect.
A little early,
Do you have
I guess, right?
Do you have another?
1925.
Rosa Parks?
No.
Malcolm X?
Malcolm X is correct. Born Malcolm Little. Uh-huh. Which famous annual film festival takes place in May in the French Riviera?
Cannes.
Yeah, you are correct.
Cannes.
I know you know this. When does the Kentucky Derby horse race take place?
On Franny's birthday.
Not the right answer.
First Saturday of the month.
There you go. First Saturday in May. And then we have another famous person. These are hard, but which famous boxer was born May 17th, 1942?
42?
Mm-hmm.
Muhammad Ali?
You are correct. This is an easy one. On May 20th, 1873, what invention was patented by Jacob Davis? You're going to get this. And Levi Strauss.
Denim?
Blue jeans would be
the
correct
Blue
answer. Yep. Here we go. Which famous artist known for his surrealist paintings was born on May 11th, 1904? You just throw out any one you want.
Picasso.
Van Gogh.
Salvador Dali.
I knew it. Damn it.
Hopefully, Jimmy, you can get this.
Van Gogh.
On May 25th, 1977, which groundbreaking film directed by George Lucas was released in theaters?
That was Star Wars.
There you go. A New Hope. Did you know that, G-Man?
I was going to take a guess.
Were you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have May stuff. What is the traditional dance performed in many countries during the month of May?
Polka.
Polka? Is that where you go up to someone and you just poke them over and over again?
The polka dance. You've seen that dance.
You poke them.
Want to come over? Do the polka dance?
The
slippery slide?
They call it the maypole dance. Is that what you're
maypole.
doing?
Ring around a
yes,
rosy.
the maypole dance.
Maypole.
Ring around
May
your
1st.
sister's
There
ass.
you go. Oh, my goodness. All right. And then just a couple more here. As far as celebrities, once again, which American actress born on May 4th, 1929, is known for her roles in classic films such as Breakfast at Tiffany's, Roman Holidays, and My Fair Lady?
Oh, the real pretty one. The brunette. Hepburn?
Audrey Hepburn is the correct answer. And then finally here we have these things. Month of May on here. Let's see. Let's find one maybe that you guys can get.
I know it's month of May is National Masturbation Month, right?
I didn't have that here, but yeah, sure.
I had 3 girls tell me that. I was like, all right, so you don't want to go to dinner?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What are you trying to tell me?
Here we go. Which U.S. state celebrates its admission to the Union on May 29th?
You got to give us a little clue. East, west, south, middle.
South. And I would only say it. I would only bring this one up.
Georgia.
No.
Florida?
Florida. Ding, ding, ding. Was admitted to the United States on May 29th, 1845.
I went for debate because when you said I would only bring it up, I thought it was if it wasn't about me. So that's why I thought Georgia.
What? Because it's not about you?
No, you, because you were born in Georgia.
Oh.
So that's why I was saying. You said I would always bring it up, but I should have stayed back and listened. But I jumped the gun.
Yeah, you did jump
and
the
then I
gun.
overpassed the line, and then I got kaboggled. What else is May?
I said that was my last question.
Oh. That was it for you?
That's it? That's all you're doing? Well, back onto your shoulders, Greek.
It's always easy with you guys and our great audience. Don't forget, you can get involved. How? Stone crabs. Bring us some stone crabs. We would love to have that. Jimmy had a great poll question that I do agree with. I'm getting text messages from my friends, and they're all saying smarter. And I'm like, oh, my God, you guys are such liars. That's why we're friends. 877-927-6969.
5 times smarter. That's what I want to be.
What are you going to say with a straight face? That's what I want to be. I want to be smarter. Yeah, right. But give us a call on that. 877-927-6969. Gateway Rapids tickets today. Every day. We have a chance for you guys to get a giveaway, and it's at 11:45. Always want to thank you. And 13 times a day, you got an opportunity to win $1,000. I don't know what's going on. Lately, you guys been really taking a pop out of the cycle. You're really just not doing it. We had 2 right away, and so far, you guys been coming up with zip. So come on, somebody win. Somebody's got to win $1,000.
And when it comes to this, thank you, Paul. So some of these things I did look up because this was a website, and it was, and I was actually came through our show prep about these May trivia questions.
Okay.
So our buddy Paul, happy birthday once again. He said that the information that I put out there was incorrect as far as Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, and I did look it up. He's correct. Hold on. Muhammad Ali was in January 17th. He said Sugar Ray Leonard was born May 17th.
Oh.
So this was not accurate.
Franny, I mean, it's your thing. Who knows?
I'm just saying, yes.
What are you doing over there?
I appreciate it.
You going to prepare for the show?
No, I appreciate you letting us know. So,
and Paul, it's your birthday. You have nothing to do but check on us. I mean, go get a lap dance.
He's a fan. He knows.
He knows a lot of stuff we throw out there. We're just throwing. And by the way, we knew. We just wanted to see if you guys
I
are
didn't know.
Yeah. I just took a guess.
I know.
That was it. So it's not on you and it's not on me. It's really on Paul.
Yeah, it's really Paul's fault.
Yeah.
Can you imagine he would do something like that?
Even though Paul actually had the correct information.
So what? You should have told us then, dude. You should have picked up the phone. It's your birthday.
He did. He actually texted me.
Oh, well. Yeah, you should have done something.
He did.
Maybe he did. All right. Well,
Yeah.
suck it.
He did do something.
Oh, my God. All right, whatever.
Okay.
One of my buddies said last night, and it just reminded me, I got to tell Jimmy this. He said, Greek, could you imagine if you were a judge? I said, oh, my God. I said, talk about a scam. Boy, that'd be great.
You kidding me? Wearing one of those robes?
Every day?
Hiding my awesome clothes and face?
Oh, come on. Well, the face they could see.
Yeah, well.
Well, he was talking about the potential for kickbacks. And stuff like that.
Oh, wow. Pretty lucrative.
And that's what you just said. Hey, you got to do something. Oh, we did, Your Honor.
I don't know why you're not in government, actually. I mean, you want to talk about kickbacks?
Oh, my God. I would love it.
Smokes.
You want a bridge? $50,000. You don't want it? $55,000.
Yep.
Next question. Let's go, people.
No questions.
And how about a debate? Wow. That'd be great on a debate, huh? That'd be unbelievable. I see that Trump and Biden are going to have their first debate. They agreed, I think, June 27th.
Two of them.
Okay.
Two? Yeah.
Yep.
Where are they going to be at?
I don't know where.
No, the only thing I know about it
CNN's having
is CNN's got one of them, and I think Jake Tapper and somebody else, I forget who the other moderator is. No audience, though. That was one of the big things that Biden didn't want an audience.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I think the other one is ABC.
Yes, ABC has the
I
other
think
one.
I'm right.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's good. There'll be a line on it, too. You guys can bet on it. Offshore, of course.
And no RFK Jr. He's not allowed.
Oh, he's not?
No, Biden doesn't want him there.
Really?
No.
Interesting.
No.
So he's got a few demands, huh?
It's not being done. The only other thing I read, and I don't know exactly the parameters of it, and maybe somebody else out there knows. It's not done through like the normal way that they set up a presidential debate, and that's why they did some of these different rules. It's almost like their camps were like in a direct contact between the two, right?
Okay.
And it went around something, and because typically I think it's like if you get a certain amount of percentage in the polls, you automatically get an invite. And of course, RFK's got double-digit poll numbers, so he should really have an opportunity to be there. But apparently, they said no. So.
Yeah, and I guess with that not having a crowd, this is according to Biden's one of Biden's advisors. They say that Trump feeds off of a crowd. He says they give him life, so they wanted to take that away, that aspect of it. Yep.
So June 27th is when that's supposed to happen, and I don't know when the second one is, but that'll be happening soon. And I'm sure you can bet on it, like everything else.
September?
June, I thought. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're right, Jimmy. I'm sorry. I thought I saw June 27th. Maybe I'm totally
could
wrong.
be. I don't. I didn't see the dates. It just I don't know. It's why that September was coming to mind, but.
It is the Penthouse on a Friday. I hope you guys are having a good day.
One in June and one in September. So,
okay, so we were both right.
There you go.
Awesome, buddy. There it is, June 27th and in September. Trump will be debating Biden, and we'll see what happens. Don't forget, the NFL will be back in September, so I don't know how many people will be watching. Yeah, they'll watch it. It'll be during the week. They won't be doing it on a Sunday. It is the Penthouse on a Friday afternoon. I hope you guys are having a good time and always enjoying the show. We enjoy doing it, and we hope you guys are having a good time with us. Franny, we got some Florida stories. What is in the toaster oven?
Well, in the toaster oven, I'll let you know about what a very fancy Tampa, Florida restaurant, well, they have to stop putting this certain thing on their dish. I'll let you know why. And then we have a woman, man, she just wanted hugs. That's all she wanted to do was hug somebody. And I have an update on a lady who, they said allegedly she tried to poison her boyfriend. And then we also have an update. I don't know if you guys heard, but there was an explosion at a plant. I'll give you those details when we come back on Real Radio 92.1.
Be like the smart kids, like the summa cum laude of your workplace.
What?
Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
Hi, everyone. I'm Doug Plagans, radio voice of your Florida Panthers. The Panthers visit the Boston Bruins tonight at 7 for Game 6 of their second round best-of-7 Stanley Cup playoff series. The Panthers lead the series 3-2. Catch all the action live tonight at 7 right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. We're giving you 13 shots a day to score $1,000.
Oh, yeah.
Can't believe it. Woo! Every weekday from 9:05 in the morning to 9:05 at night, we're giving you a keyword at 5 past the hour. Take that keyword and enter it at realradio921.com. Every keyword is worth $1,000.
Thank you. Thank you. That's awesome.
It's $1,000 in your hand. Good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
The Grand in Your Hand on Real Radio is sponsored by Greenway Kia.
Head on over to Greenway West Palm Beach Kia right now for the largest selection of new, fuel-efficient 2024 Kias. They're overstocked and highly motivated to make you an incredible deal, because we want to see you in a West Palm Beach Kia.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Palm Beach Expressway's up to speed for our Friday commute. We're looking good on the Turnpike and 95. Donald Ross Road West shut down between Ellison Wilson Road and Prosperity Farms Road, PGA or Indiantown Road, your alternates. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive, they're making things even easier. They'll help you bundle your home and car insurance together so you can save money on both. Learn more at progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. Again, that's progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's of Palm Beach, where beautiful ladies are there 7 days a week, and Friday nights is Fetish Fridays. 5-star menu and beautiful ladies, and if you like UFC, you can always catch a big fight at Monroe's of Palm Beach. And their feature tournament is coming up Memorial Day weekend, so make sure you make your plans now to see the beautiful ladies perform at the highest level. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach, beautiful ladies, 7 days a week. Peace!
Florida homeowners know hurricanes are a fact of life. Storm Smart will keep you protected with shutters, impact windows, and storm catcher screens, because smart is complete protection. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world, protecting America, fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
A slow network is no network for business. That's why more choose Comcast Business. And now we're introducing Ultimate Speed for Business, our fastest plans yet. We're up to 12 times faster than Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. And existing customers could even get up to triple the speeds at no additional cost. All from the company with 99.9% network reliability and advanced cybersecurity. It's Ultimate Speed from Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Don't miss out on our fastest speed plans yet. Get started with 500 megabits per second internet and security for $70 a month for 12 months with a 2-year contract when you add one unlimited mobile line. Plus, ask how to get up to an $800 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online to switch today. In 62324, restrictions apply. New customers only with 500 megabits per second internet and security age. Eagle bill and auto pay required. Equipment, tax, and fees extra. Compares Comcast Business 1.25 gigs to 100 megabits per second 5G internet of Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. Up to 3 times downloads for existing essential and standard customers.
Joint pain. It's something that can literally stop us in our tracks. At QC Kinetics, we offer a revolutionary specialized course of treatment perfected over 10 years that can eliminate your pain. Our regenerative therapies actually repair damaged tissue, restoring the joint and eliminating the pain, not masking it with drugs or risky invasive surgery. If you suffer with joint pain, arthritis, age, degeneration, or a sports injury and have been told you need knee, hip, shoulder, or back surgery, QC Kinetics offers revolutionary non-surgical solutions with actual regrowth of your own tissue with no downtime and long-lasting results. Call right now and set up your free examination with one of our highly specialized doctors at one of our 6 leading-edge clinics in Palm Beach, Broward, and Miami. Experience VIP medical care at its best. Call right now and see how you can get your first treatment free. Call 800-375-1971. That's 800-375-1971. 800-375-1971.
We used to argue about whose turn it was to clean the gutters, but then I had Leaf Filter gutter protection installed.
Wait, I told you Leaf Filter had free inspections and estimates and a lifetime guarantee.
Meaning we never have to argue about whose turn it is to clean the gutters again.
But I visited leaffilter.com/beacon first.
No, I did.
It doesn't matter who. Visit leaffilter.com/beacon to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off today.
See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. 1 discount per household.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheet. Less static in your life? Yeah, it's the sheet. Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet. Oh, so soft fabric? Ooh la la. It's the sheet. Less wrinkles on your clothes? You know it's the sheet. Bounce dryer sheets. More freshness, more softness. Less static, less wrinkles. It's the sheet.
You give and you give. It's time to get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get a reliable 5G network and unlimited data and a Samsung Galaxy A14 included with the activation of a Silver Unlimited plan. So you can give your janky phone to your kid. Yeah!
Switch to Straight Talk. Find us at Walmart and StraightTalk.com. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com. Requires in-store activation. Device offer ends 6/9/24. Taxes and fees apply.
Find what you love, love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Guides in the know and prices so low. It just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
Only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
Kick off your summer with iHeart 80s. iHeart 80s goes commercial-free all Memorial Day weekend and every weekend. Open the app, search iHeart 80s, and start listening now. Free never sounded so good.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. We have another warm afternoon ahead of us. Mostly cloudy skies to get us there. Afternoon highs will be in the mid and upper 90s throughout the area. We are expecting a few isolated showers this afternoon to form along that sea breeze and then push back up north towards the coast throughout the dinner time and later evening hours.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Summer savings start now at Lowe's. Get up to 40% off, plus save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances from brands like KitchenAid. Offer valid through 6/5. Savings vary based on purchase amount. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for more details.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
You been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. For $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword HAPPY at realradio921.com. That's HAPPY. Enter it now at realradio921.com, and good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
You're back in the Penthouse on a Friday afternoon. Thanks for always tuning in to Real Radio 921. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
And Francis is here.
Hey, happy Friday.
And we're going to get our last batch of Florida stories.
Florida.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida?
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
An investigation is underway at the FPL plant in Indiantown after an explosion that happened last night. Martin County Fire Rescue says firefighters first responded to that facility along Warfield Boulevard to find smoke coming from a turbine. They said the smoke stopped. And while 2 Florida Power and Light workers went to go fix it, that's when the explosion occurred and 2 workers were injured. They also said a firefighter who pulled the FPL workers to safety also suffered minor injury. But all in all, it looks like everybody will be okay. Next up in Your What the Florida, we do have an update. There is a woman, and this happened a few months ago. So she got arrested because her live-in boyfriend claims that she tried to poison him with bleach. She put a bleach tablet in his tea. Now, I don't know about you, but you can smell bleach. Unless your sniffer ain't working, like you should be able to smell a tablet in your tea. And he did. So he took the tea and he dumped it down the drain. He called the cops and she was like, I thought it was sugar. But he said like she got it from underneath the sink. And most people don't keep sugar underneath their sink, but to each his own, I guess. So she gets arrested, but it looks like now the case has been dropped against Yvette Diaz. And the reason why is because we cannot find the victim. A neighbor claims that, like, the day after her arrest, he was like, hey, he requested to terminate his lease early and asked for a ride to the bus station. The neighbor did take him to the bus station and says that I don't know where he was going. He really didn't tell me. I really didn't ask.
He's not playing. He's like, I'm out of here.
I'm out of here.
She almost killed me.
So the cops said that the state tried to contact him via telephone multiple times, left messages, and they said that nothing back. So because he's gone, they have no case because obviously there was no evidence that was left behind because he dumped the tea down the drain and they don't have anything else besides him and his word. So she got very lucky. Then next up in your What the Florida, there is a Tampa restaurant that a lot of people are like, what are you doing? Named Co. And so people were posting pictures of the staff going behind the restaurant. And there is like an apartment complex that's right there, right behind them. And so they saw that they were like clipping some foxtail ferns. And it's from this plot of land behind their building. Well, they were just using it just to kind of spruce up their plates, make them nice. And they're like, I don't know if you should be doing this. Reason why is because we know those plants are not meant to be eaten, but they are on the plates. And they come from an area where people say dogs go to relieve themselves.
Terrible.
Not only that, but they're like, they could be sprayed with chemicals like pesticides and insecticides, all of this stuff. And so it got called to the attention of the director of operations and this even Times Magazine was the one he was talking to. And he was like, we understand that the use of outdoor plants in a dining setting may raise questions about sanitation. We take community feedback seriously and recognize the importance of public perception in our operations. So we are addressing this proactively, and we will not use any more local plants as garnish in the future.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
We appreciate that.
Yes, we definitely do. And then, there is a Naples woman, and I love this because she's got her own YouTube series. But there was a 79-year-old who said that this woman just walked into her residence while she was inside. This woman, later identified as Natalie Lynn Slavek, entered without permission. She comes straight up to me, gives me a big old unwanted hug. Unwanted hug, yep. Then she made herself at home. She sat in my chair in the living room. Then she rested on my bed for several minutes. And then she jumped in my pool and then left.
See you later.
Very odd behavior.
And nobody thought, hello, what are you doing?
It's a 79-year-old woman that was dealing with this, so she probably like, I can't handle this. Like, what if the woman's crazy? So you just kind of just like, she called the cops clearly after the fact, but she might have been like, when you're dealing with crazy, you probably want to be like as cool and calm as you possibly can.
Yeah, just let it rock and roll.
Yeah.
Hope that they leave and nobody gets harmed.
Yeah, so she did. She left, but of course she called the cops. Cops did catch up to her. She did get arrested, but she is on probation for a 2020 offense for resisting an officer with violence. And I love this. She operates a social media company called Natalie Knows Naples. Yes, well, what she didn't know was the resident of the house that she unlawfully entered. And she got arrested for trespassing in an unoccupied structure. And then finally, here in your What the Florida, some really crazy things went down at a McDonald's in Sumter County. Travis Turner was at a McDonald's in Bushnell. It was around 7 o'clock on Wednesday, and he was lying on the floor crying and asking if somebody could call an ambulance. So, of course, they called 911.
Yeah.
Deputies arrived at the restaurant and started asking him questions. And then they said when the ambulance arrived, he then ran from the restaurant, even though he wanted the ambulance, right? So he runs from the restaurant. The deputies were able to grab him by his arm and stop him. And when a member of the ambulance crew asked Turner if he wanted to go to the hospital, he punched the EMS worker in the chest. This dude's pretty big. He's like 6 feet and 300 pounds, they said. Then he turns around and punches the deputy in the chest.
This guy's crazy.
Yeah. So, of course, he was handcuffed, taken into custody on a charge of battering a law enforcement officer. The ambulance crew member signed a waiver of prosecution and, of course, booked into the Sumter County Detention Center. So weird. Like a weird scene on the ground crying in the middle of a McDonald's.
I need help.
Saying, call an ambulance. An ambulance gets there. He runs and then starts punching everybody.
He was just trying to get a free meal.
I don't know. I don't think that works like that.
On drugs?
Maybe. And that is your What the Florida.
It was his happy meal. Great job, Francis. We do it twice a show. Now, Jimmy, I got a question for you. Tomorrow's the Preakness, and what is also tomorrow? Tomorrow, a big day that you can maybe win some things?
Well, I'll tell you what, let's parlay that into this. If you're into astrology, tomorrow is the luckiest day of the year. So, mortgage the house and bet on the Preakness, the 8-horse. According to astrology, the luckiest day of the year is tomorrow, May 18th, because of something called the Jupiter Kazemi.
Okay.
It comes from an Arabic word meaning in the heart, and it happens when Jupiter is in conjunction with the sun or within at least 1 degree of alignment. That means a degree away from lining up with from Earth's perspective, of course. If we were on Mars, it wouldn't be special at all. So it's a good thing we're not on Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. If you actually believe in this stuff, there's also the luckiest time. So not only is it the day tomorrow,
what time? I'm setting my alarm.
Specifically, if you're doing anything that you need luck on your side, plan it at 2:36 p.m. Eastern tomorrow.
2:36.
According to astrologers, you won't see this level of collective luck again until June 24th of 2025.
I'm labeling it lucky on my alarm clock for 2:36.
Go play a lottery ticket tomorrow at that time.
Yep, right there.
2:36. Perfect.
Maybe go to Palm Beach Kennel Club and bet on the Preakness.
Mm-hmm.
They say luck, miracles, blessings, breakthroughs, and happy news could all be yours on May 18th.
Come on, one time.
Luckiest day of the year.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yep, definitely got to look into that. 47142 started off with Real Radio. A few texts. Let's see. Who are we talking about? Harrison Butker, right? Is that his name? Chiefs kicker.
Yeah.
So basically, the Chiefs kicker put his foot in his mouth. LOL. I heard the speech too, and it was silly to me as well. That's from Sarah B. Then somebody says that he actually owns the record for the longest field goal in a Super Bowl, which happened last year.
Oh, the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And
That's the one I saw. Okay.
Yep. And then somebody said Harrison was also was asked. He was the one that was asked by the slain, the woman who lost her life, gunfire, the victory party, the parade.
Okay.
The woman, remember her, Lisa Lopez Gavan, and the family of the slain. I guess she was a huge fan of his, and so. They wanted her to be buried with the jersey and asked him for an autograph because he was her favorite player, Kansas City Chiefs, and he did. He autographed the jersey and delivered it to the family himself.
That's very nice.
So they have that on there about him. Then somebody, I don't know if you noted this down or not. I don't know what was said, but it says, Jimmy, note the show, 12:37 to 12:38. Says you can use several lines from that 60-plus seconds for he said, she said on there. And then we have regarding the fern on the dinner plate from What the Florida Stories. Says, working in the restaurant industry for over 2 decades, I always heard that it is illegal to put any garnish on a plate that is not meant for human consumption. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any knowledge. If anybody from the Food Network is listening, call us.
I mean, I had to take all those food safety tests, and it sounds right. It's been so long, I don't remember. But that does make sense because if you see something on a plate with food on it, you automatically think it's edible, right?
You would assume that it's something you could consume, even if it is garnish.
Yep.
All right. Well, we always appreciate you guys getting involved with us, whether you text us, call us, or email Jimmy. Jimmy, it is the time for the last Greek misspeak of the day.
Sure is. Oh, that sucks.
Nuts.
But here it is, this week's Greek misspeak in review.
This is your Greek misspeak review.
The 5 position, pole position, is the one that is won the most. Also, horses that start with the word S.
Did he say word?
Dude, you're going to hit a couple times. I'm going to hit you back. And when I do, it's I let it go. 9/10 out of 10.
I need a translator from the Y side of things.
Hopefully, we have a better May than we did April. April was one of the worst Mays Marlins have had.
Oh my God, me too.
Indiana Pacers tonight. I think a lot of people like them too to slap back them. And how's baseball? You treating you on the baseball?
Baseball.
What did you think last night? Big surprise last night. I mean, the dogs were barking.
Don't use big words you don't understand.
The Texas, world champs. They are big one favorites.
Big one.
That's a big tin for.
The odds are stacked against them 0-2 over the history of the NBA when a team is down 0-2. So 0-3 is a little bit worse.
Well, I'll be damned.
Makes sense.
I'll be damned.
So, G-Man, I know you said this during the break, and it is TMZ is reporting now a little bit more update on what's going on with Scotty Scheffler. It's that the cops claiming that the way that he got injured was this is what we talked about a little bit. We're getting more details. Was being dragged from with Scotty's car. So the cop is claiming that he had to get checked out at a nearby hospital. His name is Brian Gillis. He's the officer with Louisville Metro. And he claims in the incident that there was an altercation. All started when Scotty tried to avoid that large police presence that had been set up to deal with that fatal car accident. And then the cop says that he stopped his car, attempted to give him instructions on how to get around, but Scotty refused to comply and accelerated forward. This is according to him. He said that the car then dragged him, causing him pain, swelling, and abrasions to his left wrist and knee. He also stated that his $80 pants that he was wearing were damaged beyond repair. And he said that he was so shaken up, the officer was, that he needed to be transported to a nearby hospital for further treatment. So that is what we are getting now.
Got to get a new pair of pants. I'm sure the PGA or Scotty can afford $80. No doubt about it. Hopefully, like I said, that situation could have been a lot worse than what actually happened. Jimmy, who we have on hold?
Got our buddy Riggs checking in with the Penthouse. Hey, Riggs, what's going on, pal?
What's up, guys? Happy Friday.
Happy
Friday.
Happy Friday to you, Riggs. What is up there, buddy pal?
Just having a you do you day here, you know. Went and had coffee with with a mentor of mine. Then I got got some tires changed, and did a little bit of Macy's shopping, kind of treat myself. And
Nice.
now heading back home.
Oh, you do you, pal.
Sounds like a nice day.
Yeah.
So you a big fan of 4-day work weeks?
For sure. It makes no sense to continue doing 5-day work weeks, in my opinion.
How about if you own the company?
No, even if I won the company, man, like the people, I'm all for working smart versus hard, right? And in today's society, our efficiency or ability to execute processes has become so much more efficient. So you don't need the volume of minutes to make it happen. So if I can get the same because of new technology, there's no shame in that. It's a testament to human advancement.
All right. Sounds like a nice spin on it. Or how about we just get lazier and lazier? We don't want to work anymore.
Yeah. Well, there's one way of looking at it. Like if you want to look at it lazier. I mean, I like Fridays. I do a little bit of Fridays. My favorite Fridays is when you mix a little bit of work and maybe some team building activities. So take everybody to the zoo.
Oh, that's nice.
Like that. That's a fun event.
That's great.
Or
Maybe
the
go to a
other
Red
day
game.
Yeah, Reds game is a big event we do here. We are getting more and more into the FC Cincinnati soccer because they're doing so many games now. You can go midweek on a Wednesday after work, or you can go Saturday, which can be like an end of the week activity kind of thing.
Yeah, that's cool. Work half a day, and then you take everybody out to do an activity as a team. Good team, but maybe take them bowling.
Yeah, bowling is a big one. You know what they do now, Greek? They do mechanical kind of pins where it's like smaller pins, heavier, smaller ball.
Okay.
So you don't need as much room. So you'll go in and you're still having the fun with bowling, but you don't have to worry about those big heavy balls or going into like some huge venue. You can stay downtown still next to the action and have that bowling experience. It was a clever spin on it, I thought.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of things you could do with a team. I think even if you just take them out for a nice lunch on a nice day and maybe just go in a park and sit around everybody and just tell war stories and something like that. Just get them out.
Yeah, war stories. I love war stories, especially the ones when I'm like deep in the trench over there, and those are the best stories.
Yeah, I mean, I think anytime you can put the team together and do things, and sometimes I think things like that will help during the week because you get to know the person a little bit more at a different light.
Yeah. Like for example, the other day it was my birthday. They wanted to do a birthday lunch, and I'm like, man, I'm just gonna sit around and listen to these guys psychobabble for the whole lunch hour. So I said, instead of doing a lunch hour, I said, let's go to the local museum.
Oh, wow.
And then just walk for an hour or two instead of sitting and having lunch. And that way it was two birds with one stone, because now they think I'm kind of a sophisticated boss.
Yeah.
And then the second part, the entrance to the museum was free, so it saved me a couple $100.
Oh, that's good. So you got some culture in your life. Were you in the museum? Did you ever think about stealing anything and selling it on eBay?
Dude, I got too close to one. It was like they treated me like the guy Scotty from the PGA trying to run that police roadblock. Like the guards popped out of everywhere.
All right, so you're going to say already you have an opinion that Scotty was getting a little bit tough coverage on him? Did you read the whole story?
I didn't read the story. I just heard what Franny was reading. Here's my spin on it.
Okay.
If you see any police officer or any roadblock or anything, you better settle your butt down, because there is a reason why they're doing it, and you follow the commands. Like there is no reason for doing any of that. What he did, even if there is a scintilla of doubt, like the police officer was being a jerk, that's fine. Like if they have an event and people are getting hurt and there are emergency vehicles there, you listen to. You don't be a knucklehead. Like you go out of your way to be nice, especially to law enforcement.
I agree 100%. I think it was a little bit mistaken on both sides. That's what it does seem like. So he was in and out and processed an hour and a half. I'm sure he's going to get maybe some kind of a fine. There'll be press conferences, I'm sure, on both sides. Franny just read a story where the police officer said he was injured, so we'll see what happens with that.
I mean, he's lucky that he has that golfer white privilege. I had a client when I used to do private practice, and I had a client. He was driving from California to Chicago as a part-time, like kind of a bucket list item, and he stopped by Winslow, Arizona, which is where that song comes from, like standing in the corner in Winslow, Arizona.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he's just like stopping by, and he's driving. They have that concert that song is named after. So he's starting. I mean, he may have. I don't know why he did this, but he goes down the road. Right, the road is blocked because they're having the concert. They're telling him not to go down. He flips them off. He continues to drive through. Then all of a sudden, like people are trying to stop him, thinking that he's trying to ram through the crowd. The situation escalates to the point where he now has to fend off an angry crowd. So he tries to drive away from it. He crashes into this barrier. The police come, and he ends up getting charged for like with a bunch of felonies, including like at one point they tried to charge him with attempted murder because they thought that he was trying to run the car into the crowd, and they ended up settling for 7.5 years in prison in Phoenix, Arizona, at a medium security facility in Phoenix, Arizona, just because he turned down the wrong wrong street, and he was a knucklehead to the law enforcement.
Wow, that's a long time. 7.5 years.
Yeah. And if the prosecutors want to be serious with this guy who hurt the police officer, they can charge him they can ruin his life basically.
Yeah, I'm sure the PGA is going to get involved and his attorneys, and they'll work it out. And like I said, I think he's going to maybe have to pay a small fine, maybe do some community service, something like that. I'm just glad it didn't escalate on both sides.
I bet you that officer starts wearing $800 chinos now instead of $80 pants.
$800 chinos. So they're like, hey man, I got to upgrade this. Get some slacks from Lululemon. This way, if he gets banged out, he'll be able to say, hey, I spent a little bit more. It was crazy this morning. I mean, when it broke, it was all over the place. Social media, the news, radio, everybody was talking about it. Nobody really knew. Like every story that breaks, there's always different stories coming out there and different things were coming in by the second. But there were so many people there. And again, it was 6 o'clock in the morning. I think that added to it too. I think if the light was out, maybe they might have been a little bit different.
Do you think they have like a Ray Donovan kind of person already looking into the officer's background and getting ready in case this escalates? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to go that deep, to be honest with you. I think he's just going to get a fine. I think if he missed today, he missed his tournament, and he was at a tournament, then I think it would have been a lot worse on everybody. But they did bring him in. They did book him. Like Franny said, he got the orange jumpsuit, the whole thing. So I think the only privilege he got was maybe getting in and out of there in an hour and a half. But besides that, it seemed like they hit the gas.
Nice. Hey, Franny, if you're to kill your husband and try to get away with it, how would you do it?
Jesus.
Wow.
I never thought about it.
Francis, as your lawyer, I highly recommend you do not answer that question.
Why
God
would you ask her
forbid
that?
something happens and then like I'm going to be recorded. What kind of question is that, Riggs?
Yeah,
do you and your wife talk about which way you guys or how you guys would kill each other and get away with it?
Let's have veal cutlets tonight, and I'm going to tell you I'm going to whack you. Like, what are you doing, Riggs? Come on, that's so out of your realm. When I hear your voice, you give me confidence and love and great spirits, and you're asking her if she ever thought about whacking her husband. That's crazy.
I'm only asking because she was reading a story about the chlorine tablet in coffee.
Well, I'm definitely not doing that. I mean, that's stupid.
Yeah, because they got caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy, good one.
I feel like you guys are being unfair. I was just being an engaged listener.
Well, man, again, if
hypothetically, Franny,
yes, right.
If you're going to do anything, Riggs, you have to have a great, where you got to be out of the country. That'll always help. And then from there, you can figure it out.
Franny, if I was you, I'd lock him in a room with a Greek for about a week. That'll take care of itself.
Is that going to kill him?
That's a long time. That's longer than most of my relationships.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe a day.
A week. She does 4 hours and she comes out of here shaking. Shaking. It's like, oh, God, get me out of here. I'm like, God. Riggs, you are our best caller sometimes. And sometimes not.
Sometimes our only caller.
No, we take your call. We love you, buddy.
Yep.
Who do you like in a Preakness tomorrow? Pick a number between 1 and 8.
Oh, 6 for sure.
All right, we'll look up to 6, and we'll see who it is. And if it's a winner, guess what? You get a pizza minus a slice from us.
All right. Seize the gray, baby. Seize the gray.
Is that
Okay,
6?
yep, that's the gray horse.
Going for the gray horse.
All right, that's
All
a 15. Hey, I'm seriously, you should go bet this because sports betting's legal where you're at. Bet the 6 tomorrow.
And do it tomorrow because it's the luckiest day of the year.
Luckiest day of the year.
There you
got
go.
236.
And you sent me that text last week. I have so much money, I don't know what to do with it. So bet at 6.
Yeah. Need to diversify it, Greek. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Diversify it in the Greek's pocket.
If I come to Cincinnati, you're the second person I'm looking up.
Wow. You think so highly of me, Greek? You make me blush. I was like if I was top 10. But okay.
I'm trying to figure out who the first person he's going to look up is.
What's the quarterback for the Bengals?
I know who it is.
Oh, okay.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. I would go with Joe Burrow and have a
Got it.
cigar with him, and then I would give you some time too. Not a lot.
Sounds good.
And I would love to meet your wife too and your family because you speak so highly of them, and you know you're a good father, and I really have a lot of respect for good fathers and mothers today in our society, and I mean that sincerely.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you acknowledging that.
No, you're great.
Thank you.
Nice one, Greek.
Thank you, Jimmy. You'd have to rip that off.
You're welcome.
I was trying to read that off the teleprompter. Remember, Riggs, I used to be an actor, so a lot of things, you got to know when I'm meaning it or not. I do mean that. You're a class act. I got to tell you, when I hear you're on the phone, I get excited. It's like I know my bookmaker's at my house ready to pay me. Same emotion.
Good. I'm flattered.
I love you. Okay. All right, have a great weekend, and keep doing what you're doing, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
You're a pillar in our society. It is the Penthouse on a Friday. Only 20 minutes left. Don't cry for Argentina. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Hi, everyone. I'm Doug Plagans, radio voice of your Florida Panthers. The Panthers visit the Boston Bruins tonight at 7 for Game 6 of their second round best-of-7 Stanley Cup playoff series. The Panthers lead the series 3-2. Catch all the action live tonight at 7 right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Emergency vehicles blocking the left lane of your off-ramp at 95 South to 45th Street. We have a left lane blocked on the Turnpike. Delays south right before Lake Worth Road, and an accident slowing us down Military Trail at Boynton Beach Boulevard. That's traffic and Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Reason number 52 to choose Diamonds Direct over any other jeweler. Only Diamonds Direct gives you a 110% diamond upgrade guarantee. Let us explain. If you buy a diamond at Diamonds Direct today and decide in the future you want to upgrade to a larger diamond, Diamonds Direct will give you 110% of your original purchase price toward the new stone. For example, let's say you bought her a $5,000 diamond last year, but now she wants to upgrade to a $6,000 diamond. Diamonds Direct will give you $5,500 toward the new one. That's 10% more than you paid the first time. Guaranteed appreciation. Whether that first diamond was $3,000 or $30,000, you get 10% more. Who else does this? And unlike other stores who claim to offer diamond upgrades, at Diamonds Direct, there's no fine print and no minimum purchase requirement. It's 10% more, period. Come and discover real value and buy with confidence. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
Okay, I'll admit, I'm probably not the first guy that comes to mind when you think of home decor. But just because I like my tool cabinet where the china cabinet ought to be, doesn't mean I don't know how to stage your house for the best resale price.
You don't need to read shiny architecture magazines to know curb appeal is a powerful influence on the price of your house. And that dented, old lime green garage door is not saying much from the curb. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. A new garage door is the best return on home improvements when it comes time to sell your house. Better than a new bathroom or fancy kitchen reno. A new garage door will increase the price by thousands of dollars and put people in a buying mood the moment they arrive. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it nice. It's also good feng shui, whatever that is.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In office, West Palm Beach. Joint pain. It's something that can literally stop us in our tracks. At QC Kinetics, we offer a revolutionary specialized course of treatment perfected over 10 years that can eliminate your pain. Our regenerative therapies actually repair damaged tissue, restoring the joint and eliminating the pain, not masking it with drugs or risky invasive surgery. If you suffer with joint pain, arthritis, age, degeneration, or a sports injury and have been told you need knee, hip, shoulder, or back surgery, QC Kinetics offers revolutionary non-surgical solutions with actual regrowth of your own tissue with no downtime and long-lasting results. Call right now and set up your free examination with one of our highly specialized doctors at one of our 6 leading-edge clinics in Palm Beach, Broward, and Miami. Experience VIP medical care at its best. Call right now and see how you can get your first treatment free. Call 800-375-1971. That's 800-375-1971. 800-375-1971.
I'm Jason McIntosh, partner with the law firm of Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivey, and Fonrath. Our personal injury firm has offices throughout South Florida and is ready to fight for your rights. We have proudly represented residents of South Florida for almost 40 years and recovered billions for our clients. If you've been injured, call Lytle Ryder. You will pay absolutely nothing if we don't win your case. I encourage you to check out our reviews and see for yourself what our clients have to say. Visit Lytle Ryder at foryourrights.com. Main office, West Palm Beach.
News Junkie is sponsored by FAMU's Mary. Educate, learn, talk.
We used to argue about whose turn it was to clean the gutters, but then I had Leaf Filter gutter protection installed.
Wait, I told you Leaf Filter had free inspections and estimates and a lifetime guarantee.
Meaning we never have to argue about whose turn it is to clean the gutters again.
But I visited leaffilter.com/beacon first.
No, I did.
It doesn't matter who. Visit leaffilter.com/beacon to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. 1 discount per household.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheet. Less static in your life? Yeah, it's the sheet. Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet. Oh, so soft fabric? Ooh la la. It's the sheet. Less wrinkles on your clothes? You know it's the sheet. Bounce dryer sheets. More freshness, more softness. Less static, less wrinkles. It's the sheet.
Imagine having all the money you need for retirement, all the income, every month, guaranteed. That's Secure Future Investor, an indexed annuity tied to growth in the stock market, but without any risk of loss ever. It's guaranteed money for life income, no matter how long you live. Call 888-509-2228. 888-509-2228. Sponsored by GP Agency, Inc., Raleigh, North Carolina. Licensed in all states. Performance may vary. Consult with your financial professional before making an investment decision.
Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, Chris Christopherson. Before they were legends, they were lost souls looking for their sound.
Want to be a songwriter?
Not really. You are a songwriter.
Discover the true, untold story of Sue Brewer, the extraordinary woman behind outlaw country music, starring Mandy Moore and featuring T.J. Osborne.
They call it the Boar's Nest. It's just my apartment, but you never know who'll show up.
In a new scripted Audible original.
Any advice?
Yeah, distill something whiskey can't.
The Boar's Nest, Sue Brewer and the birth of outlaw country music. Listen on Audible.
Every business faces challenges, but shipping shouldn't be one of them. Turn shipping to your advantage with USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Real Radio weather.
I'm CBS Yes, 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. We have another warm afternoon ahead of us. Mostly cloudy skies to get us there. Afternoon highs will be in the mid and upper 90s throughout the area. We are expecting a few isolated showers this afternoon to form along that sea breeze and then push back up north towards the coast throughout the dinner time and later evening hours.
This report is sponsored by Stormtight Windows.
Brace yourselves. Stormtight has a deal that will blow you away. We're raining down savings with 50% off installation of all new windows. That's extreme savings on extreme weather protection. Visit us online and lock down these savings today. Call 954-603-2600 today.
16th Minute of Fame is the new weekly podcast hosted by me, Jamie Loftus. And every week, we take a closer look at an internet character of the day. Bean Dad, The Dress, 30 to 50 feral hogs. If you knew what any of those were, you spend too much time online. And I do too. Who are they? What made them notorious? Why did the internet choose them? And what does a person do when they get more attention than the human psyche can handle? Listen to 16th Minute of Fame on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search 16th Minute of Fame.
Drake's Trifecta is sponsored by the physicians at MMJ Health.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yep, thank you for hanging out with us through the long run over here on the Penthouse on a Friday. Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Good afternoon, this is Franny. And good afternoon to you, Jimmy.
Hello, hello, good afternoon.
And of course, we have Greek in the house. Hi, G.
Hey, hi, Francis. How are you? Thank you for the intro, and now it's time for the last trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
All right, Panthers tonight on Real Radio. Don't forget it as they play Game 6. Rangers last night losing 3-1. Come back and score 5 goals unanswered and win, and they are in the Eastern Conference Finals. If the Panthers win tonight, that's who we're going to play, and that'll be a great series. Panthers against the Rangers. Let's go, Panthers. Get a W. Do something right. Come on, guys. We're backing you 100%. Not because I got you 9-1, but because I got you 9-1. Caitlin Clark last night. Sometimes you get the bear, sometimes the bear gets you. Last night, not a good night for Caitlin. Only 9 points. The Fever got blown out. They played the Liberty, one of the best teams in the WNBA, and then they are playing them tomorrow at the Garden. Last night, she did not want to speak to the media after the game. She's got to learn to speak to the media, good days and bad days. It's only her second game, and people forget she was the first pick of the draft. Why? Because that is the worst team. So she doesn't have a good team that she's going to, and it's going to take some time. It's easy to pounce on her right now after last night's game, but it's going to take some time. And I think after a few more games or maybe 2 weeks or maybe 10, 15 games under her belt, you might see a little bit different for her. In the NBA last night, Minnesota smoked the champs. They blew out Denver. Crazy. They won by 45 points. So they got a Game 7, Minnesota and Denver. And tonight, the Knicks are playing the Pacers. Pacers laying 5.5 in Indiana. Ooh, that's going to be a good game. Could that possibly go to a Game 7? We'll see what happens there. The Pacers and the Knicks. Knicks are getting 5.5 or 6 points. And quietly, the Yankees start off the season terrible with Cole getting injured. They're a Cy Young Award winner, and all of a sudden, Yankees are doing good, have the most wins in the American League, and are playing very hot. Just swept Minnesota, and they should beat the Chicago White Sox this weekend. And the Marlins are home all weekend against the Mets. Always a good game and always a good series. And that is your last trifecta today, sponsored by Pep Capital. Peace. Jimmy, do you have somebody on hold?
We do. We got our buddy Mike from Green Acres checking in with us. Hey, Mike, what's going on, pal?
Hey, guys. How you everybody doing today?
Doing good, Mike. How are you, sir?
Good, good. No, I was just, I'm not going to say too much on the radio because, anyway, I want to ask Franny a question. Franny?
Yes.
Okay, the other day you were talking about how you talk to yourself.
Yes.
Okay, because I talk to myself, and I have a T-shirt that I've been looking at, and I decided to buy it, and it gets a lot of responses from other people. It says, oh, my God. It went blank. Oh.
Is it something not talking?
When I talk to myself, we both laugh and laugh, kind of thing.
Okay.
And it Yeah, it's kind of a cute little shirt.
Yeah, I mean, we're not alone on this, Mike. I mean, even Jimmy says he talks to himself. I think a lot of people do.
All the time.
Yep.
I have great conversations. Yeah. Because I got nobody to really talk to, so.
You got us, buddy. You got us every day.
Yeah, no, I enjoy the show. I even sometimes listen to the show after with the sports.
Is the shirt you're talking about? Sometimes I talk to myself, then we both laugh and laugh and laugh.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That one's on Amazon.
When I first wore it, it's like, holy, I love that shirt. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that callback feature, is that what they call it?
Yes, sir.
A talk back.
Yeah, talk back. When I called last Friday, and then that guy called up, he's like, he sounded almost like me. He's like, hey, I'm like something with the cat food, and I'm going to go out and get lottery tickets. And I was like, it kind of was a funny in a way, but.
Yeah, it's a compliment. It's a compliment. People make funny. It's a compliment. And tomorrow, I'll play the lottery tickets because it's the luckiest day of the year, and you might win $1 million.
2:36 p.m., baby.
2:36. Yeah.
Then if you win, just bring it here to us.
I'll share a little.
Okay, good. We'll decide how much.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not playing the Preakness, I don't think. I don't think, because I get a little carried away with that.
Go crazy!
Oh, yeah, mortgage the house.
You only live once. I love Jimmy. Send it in!
Send it in. Come on.
Come on!
You got a gray horse there. You got the number 8, which our buddy Mike, Mike, you know, there's
there
a little connection there.
Yeah, there it is.
There you go.
It's McCutcheon.
The number 8?
No, the 6.
The number... Oh, 6 is the gray horse?
Yeah, 6 is the gray horse, and number 8 is the one that our buddy Mike, he kind of a horse aficionado. Good,
yeah,
easy to say that. To put it mildly.
And that's
he's
Tuscan Gold,
Tuscan
correct?
Gold, yep.
Yeah, he owns horses for a long time, and he's also
been
very
pretty good, right?
Oh, yeah, he's
Lately?
very, no, he's a very good handicapper.
He's on fire.
As they say.
Yeah. So, yeah. I think I'm done for the day. It's kind of hot out here to be doing anything on the outside.
All right, well, just relax,
Stay
buddy.
in that AC.
Yeah, relax, kick back, and listen to the show again.
Stay cool. Go to Rapids.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If I take my shirt off, everybody will disappear.
Well, at least it won't be crowded.
How about that, huh?
First in line.
Nice.
Just trying to keep it positive.
Mega mayhem, baby.
All right, Mike, we love you.
Have a good weekend, Mike.
Stay out of trouble.
Take care, pal.
Remember, Hard Rock this weekend, Sports Illustrated swimsuit. Girls will be there.
That's right.
Saturday and Sunday, for all you people who thought I read the email wrong. Kiss it.
What is that? And now I started to ask about it earlier. Is that is it a pool that they have in front there, and then a lazy river at Hard Rock?
Oh, so they still have their original pool that they've had for a while. They still have that one, and then the one by the Guitar Hotel.
Right.
They have a pool, and then they have the area that has the cabanas, and then in front of the cabanas is a big. It's also a pool. It's not lazy river, but it's just this big pool area where you can paddleboard if you want to and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of pictures of it a little while ago, and it looked beautiful.
Yeah, the cabanas are unreal. You've been there.
Yes.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just a great day. You lose your ass, and then you just jump in the water.
The cabanas, they make it feel like where they have that big pool in front of you, they kind of try to give you that like Polynesian Bora Bora kind of feel with the huts over the where the water is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Well, there's something. How far would you travel for something really awesome?
Very far.
There you go, Bora Bora. There's one, right? How far would you
far.
travel? So one person wrote in and says, I have a friend who travels from L.A. to New York City just to get her hair done.
Yeah.
She's originally from New York.
How rich is she?
Yes,
exactly, right?
She's got some jack-o'-lanterns.
She's originally from New York, moved to L.A. for the job, but loved her hair place so much back home, so every few months she'll fly back just to get her hair done. There's a couple other examples that were like that, too. Every 6 weeks I go to Jackson, Michigan from Louisville to get my hair done, too. I've been doing this since I was pregnant with my daughter. She's now 27, so obviously that's over a 5-hour drive that she's doing just to get her hair
For
done.
that long.
Yeah, some other people shared stories of places that they go really far from. I travel 1,300 miles to see Taylor Swift. Don't judge me. That's one that I'm not surprised.
I'm not either.
We're especially after we found out that it's cheaper to go see her over in Europe if you're an American, right?
Yep.
Going over there, you get a hotel and all that, plus the tickets. It's a lot less money. Another person had written, the wife and I travel about 3 hours to get Pal's Burgers and Fries from time to time. Apparently a burger joint they love very much. People were sharing some things that they travel very far for. I live in Tampa, but now I drive to Kentucky to get my hair done at JME and Company in Elizabethtown. So another person, there was like 3 or 4 different people that travel for their hairdresser because they just don't want to give them up.
I know people my sister, I know somebody who actually flies my sister to her in the Hamptons. And my sister works here in Tequesta, and she gets flown all the way to the Hamptons.
That's right.
Amazing.
I remember you
somebody's
telling
hair.
Me. Yeah.
That's amazing.
I'm from southern Kentucky and grew up with crystals. I will drive 4 hours to get some because they don't have any here. Crystals, which is, I believe, like a White Castle, right?
Yes, it is. Mini burgers.
Mini burgers, sliders like that. Plus, they have the greatest pork chop restaurant, Patty's Settlement, down there, which I drive about 4 hours for pork chops. So they like that. How far will you go for something out there? 47142 is the text line. Start off that text with Real Radio. I flew up to see my brother, but it was also going to White Castle. Does that count?
See, that's like a vacation. I mean, because it is. That's where you're from. But there's nowhere that I would drive or nothing that I would drive that long for something like that, like a food or whatever. Because then I'm considering it a vacation. I'm not just getting it, and then going back 4 hours and making that drive back.
But here's the question. The question is, how far will you go for something really good? Like, will you live here in the Gardens area, right? So will you drive to Vero for a meal? Will you drive to somewhere for something?
I've driven down to Miami to have a nice dinner, but there's not like a specific, right? That there's not like that one thing I need to go down there. I'm just making it a night or whatever. Yeah, so I can't think of anything. Okay. But I do that the hairdresser, the hairstylist, that is very popular. A lot of women will fly.
Yeah, apparently.
Drive.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard girls say they drive down to Miami to get their hair done.
Right.
Somebody they really like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 2.5 hours. But like you said, maybe you have a favorite restaurant. You go once a month. You say, I'm going to go.
Sure. That seems to be the theme, right? Either hair or restaurants, food, something along those lines.
Sports teams.
That people, because you can only get that certain thing, that certain restaurant. Or you get your hair done your certain way from your certain person.
And I can see it, a lot of it, right? Like, let's say I lived in Orlando for a long time, and there was a restaurant that I loved, and then I moved here to West Palm. Kind of like those situations. I can see somebody being like, I would take that 2-hour drive, 2.5 hours to go to the restaurant that I know I love. But I've been in this area for so long, like I don't really venture that far. As far as like I know the restaurants I love, and they're all here.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
But
what
I
about
think
you?
Sports teams. I mean, people jump on planes all the time to go see their teams.
Sure.
I mean, to go see them.
And that's the thing. Like, I went to a concert. Right? I went over 2,000 miles to go. Well, yeah, but I'm going to family. I'm going to games. To me, I don't consider that the same. Like, I consider that like I'm making a vacation. We did the Red Rocks. That was to go see somebody I really enjoy.
Right.
But it was also to go to a venue I've never been to either.
And I think this question, the way it was posed to other people, is it's something that you also do on the regular.
Yes.
It's not like a one-time deal where, all right, I'm going to go to a 49ers game here. I live in Florida, let's say, but it's one time, right? So, okay.
It's like you going to White
Castle. You
Castle,
can kind of count that,
right?
You kind of not. Well, I use that more
No,
of a
but I'm
joke,
saying, like, let's say, like, you drive to, I know you don't, but let's say because you love White Castle so much, you make that 2-hour drive to Orlando.
Right. Yeah.
Once a month so you can do it. And I'm sure some people do.
I'm just waiting for that station to open up on the Treasure Coast for Brightline so I can take the Brightline up there.
There you go.
I think they might say with some people maybe dating somebody you really like.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, people jump on planes.
Long distance relationship. How far will you go for something you love? Well, it's a person in that particular case.
No distance matters. If you love somebody, jump on a plane, go to Africa,
That's
Indonesia. Right. I mean, wherever. Boca. I mean, I go 3 minutes to New York Prime. I love their steak. That's what it takes me to go from my house.
So Greek's answer is 3 minutes. How far will you go for something you love? 3 minutes.
I mean, the perfect thing for me would be dating somebody across the hall from me.
That's how far he would go.
13 seconds.
I would travel all the way from Boca to Fort Pierce to get some Granny's Virginia. And that says anonymously Greek. That's how it's signed. Did you set that in? Did you say that?
Absolutely not. I don't even know how to text.
He doesn't know the number.
It says, hi, guys. I travel all the way to Okeechobee Boulevard to get an original Arby's roast beef sandwich. It sucks they put all this other crap on there now. wait, what? It sucks they put all this other crap on there now. Anyways, have a great weekend. What
Can't you get a plain?
You can't get a. Yeah, I thought you could get original. They put stuff on your original Arby's roast beef sandwich.
I guess if you want a plain, you just tell them I want a plain.
They said I have customers from New York who live here now and fly back up for their doctors and dentists. That's Kevin in Port St. Lucie said
there
that.
you go.
I
All
get
right.
that, and then
Hookers, you know what I mean? For people.
I was just going to ask, Lincoln Road.
I mean, come on. You get a good piece of ass, you're going to travel.
And then just a couple real quick. I know that's music, but we have the best thing about watching the WNBA Indiana Fever is they have such a hot coach, Mingada. I haven't seen the coach.
Really? Oh, wow.
And then we got
All right, I'll have to look it up.
with
Wow,
Greek gave them.
Yeah. Wow.
With tomorrow being the luckiest day and 2:36 p.m. being the luckiest time of day, Plimlico, what is it called? Race? Is that how you say it?
Oh, geez, now I can't say it. Pimlico.
Pimlico. They spelled it Pimlico. Race 8 would be the luckiest race. Says I am playing the number 7 Bourbon Bash 6-1.
Oh, nice.
It says Wayne Lucas trainer and Joel Rosario is the jockey. The 4-year-old here, the 4-year-old gelding has hit the board 7 of his last 8 starts. This race is wide open, so I put a small taste on the number 5 Little Roo 30-1. I'll be rubbing my Lucky Charms all day tomorrow.
So will I.
See you in the winner's circle or the circle jerk. That's from Hugh.
What?
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Send video.
I didn't see that coming.
Sorry I messed that one up, Hugh, but yes, thank you for that
So he's saying he likes the 5 and the 7?
That's what it
Right?
sounds like.
And the 6 is the gray one.
But this is a different race, though.
Oh, okay.
He's saying race
Pimlico.
8.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
He said that would be the luckiest race because it's around that 2:36 time.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, there you go, boys and girls. Another great show. Mona of Lisa, as far as radio shows go. Don't like to say it was good, but it was good. Jimmy, great job. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Greek. Thank you, Francis. And thank you for listening.
Franny, you know the speech. It's the saddest day of the week for me because I don't see you tomorrow. But great job.
Thank you. I'll see you Monday though. But no, thank you. You guys have a great show tomorrow. Have a great show later on today. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, G-Man. And a great weekend. Well, how about having $1,000 in your pocket? Just a few minutes. Rover's going to give you another keyword. We call it grand in your hand. Kick off that weekend being $1,000 more richer. How awesome would that be?
It's awesome. Remember, if you're going through a bad time right now in your life, just think it's going to end and there'll be more good times.
Your life?
What?
Whatever. Peace.
Wow.
That doesn't sound right.
Wow.
Rover. Catch Rover's Morning Glory weekdays from 6 to 9 a.m. on Real Radio. Just tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
Hi, everyone. I'm Doug Plagens, radio voice of your Florida Panthers. The Panthers visit the Boston Bruins tonight at 7 for Game 6 of their second round best-of-7 Stanley